What's happening, lids? How are we? Before we go into this week's absolutely brilliant episode of Have a Word, got a few things to tell you about. First of all, as of 18th of January next year, I am back on tour all day to AdamRowe.co.uk, including the M&S Bank Arena on Saturday the 18th of May. But the big stuff, if you've been a listener for a while, surely you already know about this. We have got the biggest Patreon membership in the UK for a reason, starting at just £3 a month at patreon.com/haveawordpod. What do they get, Daniel?
Well, they get a Patreon exclusive, every Wednesday video and audio, which is just the lads, an hour and a half of unfiltered, unadulterated, have a word bullshit.
Early access to these public episodes, and the pièce de résistance, the reason we're the biggest in the game, is the Patreon specials. Every single month you get a special. So we've done 2 ghost hunts, we've done an uncountable amount of lock-ins. I mean, I could count it if I could be asked, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Been to Nashville for the absolute three-part epic. We've been to Amsterdam. We've done a restaurant special.
There's just so much.
There's like 25 Patreon specials. It's the reason we are the biggest Patreon in the UK.
And there's a brand new one every single month. And the ones in 2024 that we've got planned are bigger than anything we've ever done before. Go and sign up now at patreon.com/haveawordpod. And even from just £3 a month, you get all of the content. And there's more benefits if you sign up for £5 or £10. See it on the other side. Enjoy the episode. We've already recorded it, and it was a fucking belter.
Wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Happy New Year!
Is it?
This goes out New Year, doesn't it?
Nope.
30th.
30th. Patreons for the Patreons.
Oh, it's in and around there, isn't it?
For everyone else, it's the first, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right. Fuck them,
People
though.
who we love are the Patreons.
Yeah.
Anyway, end of Christmas. Happy Goochmas.
Happy Goochmas.
And...
Not what you called it before, Dan.
And Happy New Year. Mazel tov. Happy Hanukkah.
It's always mad when we come in to do one of these where we've already recorded the next section in the past. Because, like, the dynamic's off, but the last 2 sections coming up are great.
I can't believe what happened.
Whoa,
You are not going to
mental.
believe what happened in the second section.
Whoa.
Tune in. I mean, keep tuning in.
What did you get for
Dry-bombed.
Christmas, babe?
I got the last 2 sections. That was my gift.
Wow.
That's all I needed.
By the way, it was actually a good section. We're not being facetious.
Oh, yeah.
Oobah da. Oobah Butler.
Yeah.
Fucking
Bars.
brilliant, mate. I can't wait. Honestly, you'll enjoy it. This is going to
He's
be
dead
nonsense.
sound as well. We went for some points.
Oh, did you?
Well, he went to the Liverpool game that night, and we went for our staff meal. And I met him in the pub afterwards, and we had a good few
Oh, nice.
Guineas. Anyway.
Is that the plural of Guinness?
Guineas, yeah.
Guineas?
A few Guineas.
You fucking guinea pig.
You having Guineas tonight? Are you staying over
On the
tonight?
Guinness.
No. I wanted to, but after Bongo's Bingo, I had the kind of night out that needs a good couple of weeks breathing space.
Yeah.
And everyone's
The
a
old
bit...
ball and chain getting on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Whinging.
Yeah.
You know what she's like.
What's she like? I mean, she is a patron of this podcast.
And this is a public episode, so...
Stop having fun
So
without
she basically
me.
hates me earlier. You know what she's like? Raise your children. Fuck off. I'm trying to manage my addictions. You're making it boring. No, everyone's a bit run down, but I honestly, I thought I was going to have that Bongo's Bingo night out the Friday before Christmas, which, by the way, I thought was Mad Friday. I'll give you that, Carl. It was not. No. It was slightly mental, but it wasn't full the awful Mad Friday vibes that I've seen. Having said that, I wasn't in a comedy club, but I went so hard till silly o'clock. I outdrank Jack Finnegan. And that's a bad sign. That's bad. I was best friends with a lad I've never met called Phil. Hi, Phil. Good lad. I was like, we could be friends. That one of the, you know, when you get little snapshots. I have last minute of the night out before it was like the end, and the Teddy stays open very late.
At
one point, I was like, I know you're only 27, but we could be best friends. I also have a memory of him going, you do well with the ladies, don't you, Phil?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. I've got a God, it's making me cringe. I was literally like, I know it'd be unconventional, but we could be best friends.
So I woke up the next morning.
He was sound, by the way. I really liked him.
As we were talking about before we started recording, I've got the biggest memory blank that I've ever had from any night out from that night, like from the second round of bingo onwards, I've got nothing apart from 2 little flashbulb memories. I woke up the next morning and I had 2 WhatsApp messages from Molly McCann, Meatball Molly McCann.
Oh my God. Totally forgot. Go on.
So I'm like, right, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? I'm so like disorientated, like, and I'm in bed, and I look at my phone, and it's just a picture of you and Meatball Molly McCann, and it just says, "You do you, lad. I've got our mate here. He's sound. Don't worry about him." And I was like, right, okay. That was at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then the next message from her just says, "I hope your foot's better." Right? So I'm there not remembering any of how I got home, and I was like, oh my God, what's happened to me foot? Is that why I'm home and Dan's still out? Because there's no way Dan normally stays out longer than me. Have I done me foot in? So I got out my bed and was in my bedroom going... I'm like, doesn't seem to be anything wrong with me foot. So I text Molly back and I was like, oh, did you have a good night, Mel? She was like, yeah. How's your foot? Again. And I was like, what did I do to me foot? And she goes, I've just checked my Instagram. It's another Adam. But I was like dancing around my bedroom, testing me feet out because I thought I'd like broke my ankle or something.
I honestly thought I'd gone, why is Adam not here? He's got gout, so he's losing a foot. So we got to Teddy's, and you know when you go, like we went up for a drink. I can't even remember who was in tow at this point, but I just remember Jack Finnegan all night being my bezo. And we went upstairs for a drink and then went downstairs. And you know when you just, like I'm on it, fly in, I'm having a great time. And you go down, you're like straight onto the dance floor. And like got onto the dance floor and then just sort of looked up. You know, there's like the DJ, it's not much of a stage area. But like, it was like Molly McCann was the MC. Like she wasn't DJing. She was just sort of like behind the barrier, fucking hyping everyone up. And you know, and you're like, why is Molly McCann and I here? So it was this weird moment where sort of as we went to the front, she spotted me. And there's all these people, like she's dead famous in Liverpool. I mean, she's dead famous anyway, but she's very famous in Liverpool. And she's just like hyping everyone up. And then just locks eyes with me and goes, oh, lad. And she did it. Obviously, it's Molly McCann. She's hard as fuck. So everyone, once she goes, lad, like that, everyone goes, whoa, fuck, what's that? Because she thinks it's about to kick off. Like, oh my, Molly McCann came down. She sort of MC Teddy's. And then she just twatted some random kid in the middle of the dance floor. And it was me. And then some people know who I am. Some people don't. You could see people's head fall off as like, they were like, oh my God, it's him. It was a weird moment. She was great. It was
I
quality.
can hear her saying that as well.
I still don't know why she was there. I was like, why are you here? She was like, because it's class. I was like, cool.
She's got a fight next year. She better fucking tighten up.
Yeah, well, that's what I said to her, Colin. Really fucking ruined the mood.
Massive if it's Christmas.
Hey,
girl.
Carl says tighten up, and Adam says his leg's better.
What did you get for Christmas?
Well, no, you don't get anything. You don't.
I got things for the house.
I respectfully disagree. My dad got me some Calvin Klein golf shoes.
Wow. They nice. TJ uses.
Whoa, if only there was a course open. Christmas bunk on the Bowring.
They're TJ's bastards, aren't they? They're TJ's bastards. Bloody Calvin Klein, these.
A good name. Good name. Match your boxer shorts.
Are they good?
Yeah. Spiked.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get your grip. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
That is what it's for as well.
Have you worn them
Yeah.
around the house yet?
No, I'm going to save them for golf.
No, that's bad for the laminate, isn't
He
it?
got me a golf glove as well.
Or is
Calvin
that
Klein?
Yeah. And he told me for my birthday he's getting me a pan. So
Calvin Klein? I sound fucking hell.
If he gets you a Calvin Klein pan, he's a nasty man.
There's a limit of what TJ Hughes can do. Yeah, I didn't get. I can't remember. I didn't get loads. What did I get? No, fine. Loads of nice stuff. I don't know.
I got an air
You did
fryer.
fine.
that's sick though.
Yeah, but it's
You
not
got
for
a
me,
what?
is it? I got an air fryer.
It is for you.
It's not.
Did you get it? Did you get
No,
the
it's
Ninja
for
Pro?
you.
Ninja bastard like?
Can't it's your house.
It is my house.
You don't live with your man anymore. It's your house. It's yours.
It's
Bruv.
a ninja bastard.
It's well good, isn't it?
I haven't used it yet.
I just when you want chippies in the house, get him in there.
Yeah, I'm excited to use it.
McCain fries, the actual thin cut fries in an air fryer, and then get something, Nando's sell the peri salt in a little shaker. It's honestly better than Nando's chips.
Okay, I'm excited. It's a good gift off my mum, like.
Very good.
Yeah, I got some aftershaves. We had a brief, didn't we, for our gifts? So
Yeah.
it was easier than usual.
Oh, she got you some Milky Way chews. Where
Oh
are they
my
from?
God, I meant to tell you to bring some of that. Milky Bar chews, mate.
Milky Bar chews.
Yeah, what a woman. I mentioned them once.
She is a phenomenal woman.
She is a phenomenal woman.
I've said it.
And
many
all the
times.
things she got me, I was like, that's the best thing you got me. A bag of Milky Bar chews. Unbelievable. I'm halfway through them. There's about 100.
What did you do on Christmas Day? Who did you have over, or was it just you and the kids now?
That's all you need, isn't it?
No, it was my brother-in-law Sam, who lives in Sheffield, who was with us for the lockdown. We went and rescued him for the lockdown, so we love him to bits. He's great. Laura's sister Becky used to do Christmas with us. Love her to bits. She's honestly like my sister. I love her. But she's not done the last few Christmases. My mate Claire hasn't got a family, so she's with us. And Dean and Amy weren't doing anything for Christmas, so we were like, do you want to just come and do Christmas Day?
Oh, that's sick.
So we had Dean and Amy, and they've got sausage dogs, and it made my kids' Christmas. Like, if you ask them what was the best bit of Christmas, they'll be like, those wicked little fucking dogs. So we had just a mad Christmas Day of basically the lost and found, and it was nice.
Sick. What do you do on Christmas then? Because you've got a very Christmassy, like, sort of heritage, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Muslim side.
St. George's from Turkey, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Santa's Turkish, I'm pretty sure.
Santa's Turkish. St. George is Turkish. That dragon on the Welsh flag, probably something to do with
Turkish,
Turkey.
yeah.
Santa's Turkish.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wild.
I know. Mental.
His full name is St. Nicholas Smith.
No, ours is dead boring
That
now.
accent as well.
It's dead boring now. It's just 4 of us.
Who's the four?
My mum, me, my brother, and my
And
sister.
Cardboard cutout of Poirot.
She did get
That's
for a
lovely.
Secret Santa. She got from work. She got an apron that's Poirot there.
Who's listening at your mum's work? Is there loads of people
There's
listening?
2 of them.
What's happening?
That's enough, innit? That's
Yeah.
enough for mischief.
What's happening to the people who are listening? What are they called?
I can't remember.
Nah, he
And
doesn't
that's
even
bad,
like you.
isn't it?
He doesn't like
Is that bad?
No, well, the sound, though.
mum's
They gave
work.
your mum a Poirot
Yeah, yeah.
present.
Yeah.
What is it? An
apron.
An apron, yeah.
But that's because she used to. That's like my Xbox name is Son of an Apron, because in school that was what my mum was known for, was just wearing aprons.
On the school drop off.
Banter lords.
Yeah.
You're my wears jeans, lad.
Son of an apron.
Your man's always got shoes on, stupid bitch.
We'd have said that one.
Ah, bit boring. And you had like
I
17
hosted
families.
it, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I've never
Did
been
you
so
cook?
tired. Yeah, we both cooked. And
What did? No, that's not what I asked.
No, we both cooked. Like,
So
we
what?
double-
What
we
was your
double-
process for your meat? What did you do?
double teamed it? We went to buy a turkey on the day before Christmas Eve, and it was £85 in Tesco for a crown.
Yeah.
So it's all the
For
sugar
what?
a crown.
What's a crown?
Turkey crown. It's the main bit of the turkey without all the giblets and legs and shit.
Yeah.
85
That's all
quid.
just shove it up an ass. I got a gammon and a
Would you
beef.
get it cheaper if you bought it earlier?
If you have
No.
to pre-order it and shit, but even then it's still expensive.
Right.
If you hold your nerve and go on Christmas Eve,
Oh,
like they drop in price
But
dramatically.
there's a risk you might be having cheese on toast for Christmas.
Yeah, but you're not, because there's always a surplus of turkeys.
Right.
Dan, what were you eating?
people
Sorry.
always say that. There's always
There's
a
always a
surplus.
surplus of turkeys at Christmas.
We
Hold your nerve for Christmas.
We slow cooked the gammon the day before
Oh, yeah.
in some Coke.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Excuse me?
Cooked it in Coke.
Coca-Cola.
All of a sudden, gammon's seeming even better. Like, I'll tell you what Laura really enjoyed. 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve when I went, you know what, I'd like a gammon. You know I like gammon. And she nearly lost her fucking mind. It's like, are you trying to order meat on Christmas Eve?
And then she did the beef on Christmas. That was her remit. She TikToked it all. And then we did all the veg and stuff together in the gravy, and that was fucking sound. And then I ate about fucking 2 bites of it because
Because you were stressed hosting.
yeah. And when you've cooked it all, you've looked at it. You just I don't know. I got.
I'm a
bored.
bit like that. Like I didn't eat a lot of me Christmas dinner this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just do it for the love of cooking.
Well, yeah, like also, like my dad and my little brother don't have a proper meal between the 25th of December and the 24th of December. Like they're incapable of any sort of cooking. I cook for them once a year and it's Christmas Day. So
It's like a soup kitchen. Come on, form a line.
if any other day, if any year I go, I'm not doing it this year, my dad's having like crisps for his Christmas dinner.
Mate,
That's what he
we
has.
should spend Christmas together. Oh my God. Hey, we got a multi-pack. Merry Christmas.
Did a chicken this year. I had to slightly overcook it, which was really annoying. Me roasties were probably the best ones I've ever done Christmas Day.
Why did you have to slightly overcook your chicken?
So you know on your oven, there's a rubber seal that goes around the edge of your oven that keeps all the heat in and means you can regulate the temperature. Well, that decided to snap off on Christmas morning.
Yes.
So I had no idea really what temperature the oven was.
Oh, because it was pissing heat.
Yeah. So I had to just like judge it, and it meant the chicken was a bit dry. So what I did was to make it moist again. Is before I placed it up, I soaked it in the gravy to let it soak up some of the gravy juices. And,
Yeah. Did you use that baster?
No,
Based.
God knows where that is.
We had 8 people and it was exhausting. And I slept like a bastard.
And then at 6 o'clock, I went to the pub and met Jack Finnegan. Had my dad with me, and just had 10 pints in the pub in the most atmospheric setting. Pogues on Christmas night, mate. Oh, what an absolute gaff! People
Are
you
they
haven't
ever
seen.
closed? Do they close? They don't close, do they?
They closed there
There's
on Christmas.
They open 6 till midnight on Christmas Day.
Pogues is amazing, isn't it? And it's always bouncing.
Oh, it was
it was-
awful today.
It was.
Oh, it's too busy.
It was a perfect level of busy, though. And people who I haven't seen for like 6 months are just turning up going, yeah, right, lad. Like just good people you haven't seen for ages. Everyone's in a good mood, they've had a good day. They're now happy to be away from their families they don't really like. Oh, what a fucking wonderful little atmosphere. Loads
Yeah.
of guineas.
What did you eat, Dan?
That's what everyone wants to know.
I had a McMorrison's pizza.
A McMorrison's pizza.
A McMorrison's
Scottish
pizza. Yeah, I drove up to the borders.
You had a pizza.
I
mean,
did, yeah.
I would love a pizza, but
I mean, I would have liked a Caspian, but I've been eating a lot of takeaway.
Oh, by the way,
had a
the
Boxing
Botan
Day
was open
curry.
Christmas night as well.
What?
oh, unbelievable.
I ate more from the Botan than I did from my Christmas dinner.
Did you have Christmas Chinese?
No, the Botan's like a kebab, mate.
Oh, is it?
I got the cheeseburger, mate, with red salt on my chips.
Best kebab
mate.
in the UK, 3 years running. Check the walls, met. What do you say when you go in?
I think they might have printed that out for themselves.
That was in the paper.
Oh, the paper? Was it? Was it in the Echo?
Oh, sorry, baby. What pizza did you have on Christmas Day?
I'd have liked a Botan, to be honest.
What did you have?
That's just a pizza.
What
Do
kind?
you know how annoying that is? Because I can sort of like
Because my
begrudgingly.
wife didn't get me a gammon.
Yeah, that's fine.
With
but,
like
like,
2 hours notice.
You've made this sort of argument for years now, going, oh, it's me tradition. I have me nachos, and now you're not even doing your tradition. You're just willy nilly having whatever you want, as long as it's not a roast dinner. Just grow up. You like a roast dinner now.
You do.
Just don't have your gravy on it.
That's why I asked. I asked for one.
What pizza did you have?
What meat did Lord
Just a
have?
salami one.
A salami.
The brown one.
Beef.
Beef, yeah.
Can we have the brown meat? Adam's
The
mouth.
really brown one. Because lambs are brown, but not as brown.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then there's the white. There's 2 white ones.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chicken
there's
and
a big
turkey.
white one, and then there's a
Pork
small
as well.
white one.
Pork's a bit whiter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not classed. It's still classed as a red meat, but it is white, really.
Well, she
Turkey's
did
white.
loads of cooking. She's fucking smashed it this Christmas. I've done jack shit.
Do you get away with that? Yet you have to be looking after the kids.
Mate, I don't know how. I don't think I'll ever get away with doing as little as I've got away with this Christmas. Because she just I can't help with the cooking because I'm like culinary wise full special needs.
Me too, but I just do as I'm told in the kitchen. I am your assistant.
He's not
chef.
capable of even doing that, though.
Oh, really? Yeah.
No, hang on. Hey, on the Christmas special we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing a lot of that on purpose.
Can you cut
Yeah.
things? Not cocaine.
What?
Can you cut things?
No, he can't.
You can't cut.
Should have seen him trying to peel potatoes.
I was doing it for the banter. I
Was
could
ya?
peel.
I was using a spoon or something.
No, he was using a peeler and getting it wrong.
I love potato.
You never seen a double
potato.
peel? It's efficient, mate.
Yeah, he had 2 peelers and was trying to, like, he thought this would be quicker.
What do you say? Weaponize? What's?
Weaponized incompetence.
Yeah, I've absolutely weaponized
that's a
incompetence in
fucking
my house.
marriage therapy sentence if I've ever heard one.
Oh, I've 100%.
I remember we had a
You
show-
are the sensei of it, the master.
No, I'm not. You sound just like that fucking stupid woman went from couples therapy years ago.
She was wrong as well, bitch.
She was.
You go for couples therapy?
Years ago, yeah. No, what that?
We've spoken about that.
Have we?
I know maybe we haven't because it was a bit
Do you
real
know
back then.
what? And even if we have, I've forgotten about it. There'll be 400 people going, fucking hell, 5th time we talked about this.
After this, Dan, we'll do you when you were a red
Kessing
coat.
Land Beach?
Yeah.
No, no one remember that.
do
I've not told you that story. What? Go on. We don't have to do these. When did you...
I mean, obviously it wasn't a nice period, Dan, so be
The
careful.
first time I moved in.
Be careful. It's the Have a Word podcast. Fuck.
The first time I ever moved in with a girl, we started having problems after we moved in together, but we decided that because we'd moved in together, that meant that we sort of wanted to be together enough. And we were so sure before we moved in.
And
it was-
also 12-month contract, so you got to work on it.
So we were like, right, we'll go. I had to be talked into it. And then, yeah, it's just like having a referee,
Right.
but like yeah.
A biased referee.
It felt a bit biased, yeah, but I won.
Yeah, and you got the certificate. It's
Yeah,
up in
yeah.
Bowtown. 3 takeaway of year, Adam best at therapy. He put it up himself.
Yeah, it's just like having a referee. You go in and go, right, I've done this, she's done this, who's wrong? And she goes, well, actually, no one's wrong. Everyone's feelings are valid, but Adam, you win.
And that's how that went.
Yeah.
Shortest session ever. You know, you should stay together just because you're the winner. Oh, wow. I
Think
did.
higher, Dan. Think higher.
Would you never go for couples therapy, you and Laura?
What?
Would you never go for couples therapy?
Mate, wait.
Oh.
Honestly. So I had to read I had to read it just because I knew. I had to read it just because I knew you'd read it.
For the audio listeners, Dan has a jumper on that says "Think higher" on the front.
What's on the back, Adam?
What's on the back?
Oh, God knows.
Bum
Just
lower.
think higher again, and also the word stay connected.
Oh, but you've got to stay connected.
Yeah, you're into
That's
your
what we do.
spiritual shit.
Think higher.
Where's
stay
that from,
connected.
Dan? Where's that from?
It stinks of Zara or H&M though.
ASOS. So it stinks of your ma.
Would you never do couples therapy? Eh? You never do it?
If it leads to me getting more pussy.
That's sex therapy.
But
isn't
I
it?
don't think. What?
That's sex
Yeah.
therapy.
We need a sex therapist, do we?
Yeah.
You've never seen the pornos, you end up banging them as well.
That'd be
You
good.
bang them first, if anything, and then they wake up and go, "Whoa!"
Wake up.
This was a hypnotising one.
Yeah. I had to put Sudocrem on my dick this Christmas. That's a low point.
Why?
Why?
I just wanked myself silly over a period of 2 days. I think I had about 5 wanks in 2 days, and my little lad was
Your
like,
house was full.
Whoa, you dig?
"What?"
What? When? What day?
I think it was in and around
had
Bongo's
guests.
bingo. What do you mean? I didn't have guests in my bed. I can still wank if there's guests in the house.
You cannot leave Christmas dinner early with sausage dogs running around downstairs with your children to go upstairs and pull your pod.
No, it was after the Bongo's bingo. Because I might
next day?
Yeah.
Hangover wanking.
5.
Because I had some.
In one day.
That's normal for me, like.
Friction burn cock
Yeah.
on the side.
But it's whenever I have the supplements, I get very like,
You haven't had the split, have you?
what? The
Yeah.
banjo?
No.
No. This
not,
was
no,
just.
not that split. The split on like Will's nodding. We've all had the split,
Friction burn on your cock.
but it's split. It like splits and like stings to. You've never had
No,
that?
my
Oh,
my
mate.
dick looked
I
like it had fallen off a motorbike onto gravel. Like it's got that. So I had to Sudocrem my penis.
How fast were you going?
Who's the main guy? Giuseppe. What's his name? Rossi. Paolo Rossi.
Yeah, it's Paolo Rossi. It's just a real low point.
Sudocrem, yeah.
Where you have to go, Laura, where's the Sudocrem? She's like, why? The Jack's not sore. It's like, "Nah, I
I've
am."
wanked myself silly.
She's so good. She's like, oh, of course you have. I don't need a sex therapist. I just need my children to sleep normally and leave everyone alone. And then my wife will be getting down to Poomtown. Apart from that, she's fucking brilliant.
My poo.
But apparently it's healthy to go to therapy before you need it, isn't it?
What?
Apparently it's healthy to go to therapy before
Oh,
you need
right,
it.
cool. And
Like every adult-
I'll get antibiotics before I'm ill.
No,
What we doing?
Prevention is better than the cure.
Yeah.
Be good anyway.
Be
You know,
good,
bit like make hay while the hay's there.
Therapy's like condoms.
Make
Dan.
hay while the hay is there. That
What's the saying?
famous saying. Make hay while you've already made hay, and then you've got fucking loads of hay.
Therapy's like condoms. No point putting a condom on after you've got AIDS.
And that's so
on the leaflet.
betterhelp.com. That's the catchphrase. They've been putting it in the copy. Right. Okay. Cool. So I've got to go to therapy to not get AIDS. I'll tell Laura that.
No,
She'll love
marriage
that.
Relationship AIDS.
Yeah.
Laura, I'm going to pull my own dick off.
No, it's
There's
not
only
to do
so
with
much
sex.
pseudocreme.
You just go in and
It is
tell the
about sex.
therapist everything she's doing that's doing your head in. And then you just leave and you're happier because you've got it all out. You know what I mean?
Well, what does she do? She doesn't do loads.
She does something though, because you used the word loads. You didn't say she doesn't do nothing. Tell us, Dan. I'll be your therapist. What's she doing?
That's nice. Dad, I'm gonna be your therapist.
Come on.
Finn, you can be Laura.
Aye.
And Laura's got special needs
I
now.
don't want Finn to be Laura.
She's been in a motorbike crash as well, I think.
We're done. Also, she's looking cute today in a little fucking Christmas jumper. What a slut. Laura's Turkish as well. Everything's
Come on,
Turkish.
a tandem bike and Dan's here to stick and Laura's got a fucking brain hemorrhage. Hello. Why are you in therapy?
You should- it's
I've
better.
lost my wife. She's not the same
You see?
anymore since the crash. I don't know what to do.
She should have worn a helmet. It's always good to wear a helmet before the crash. Now we've put it on afterwards. She's fucked. You know? And she's got AIDS. You know why? Because she didn't go to therapy. Listen.
Go on,
Going
therapist.
to couples therapy, I think, is a very you and Serica thing, actually.
She's mentioned it before, yeah.
As she,
She said when we get married, she'd like to do marriage therapy, yeah.
there you go.
Why don't you just piss money up the wall, guys? You're the best couple I've ever seen.
Yeah, we want to stay
Why
at
do
the
And you
top.
want to stay there?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mayweather,
Michael
mate.
Jordan still went to
Oh,
practice.
Mayweather, yeah.
Yeah, he was going to the gym every day.
Mayweather,
Yeah.
he used to say, make hay if you got fucking loads of hay already and the garage is full of hay. Make more hay.
Do you know what?
can never have enough hay.
Look at
That's what
Manchester
Mayweather said.
United. They got to the top. They didn't build properly. Tumbling down. Build while you're at the top, baby.
Yeah.
Keep the foundation solid.
Your
Yeah.
marriage isn't 1990s, noughties Man United. You're
No.
fine, you're flying.
We're fucking 2002 Brazil, 2007 Barcelona, mate. We're heavy,
Yeah, yeah.
and we always will be. But
Yeah.
we gotta
You don't want to
build.
go from R9 to Richarlison, do you?
Oh, these analogies work. Well, we're 2007 Portsmouth. What do you think about that?
Whoa.
got an old-
Nico Cranchard.
Financial problems.
Yeah, we've got financial problems. We've won the cup, but there's an old Cockney geezer who wants to live on the coast. What are we talking about? Linroy Primus.
Linroy.
Linroy.
Is he Asian now? It's Linvoy Primus from China.
What's he called?
Linroy Primus.
Linroy Prime.
Linvoy
Linvoy.
Primus. What a centre half.
What an absolute specimen.
Yeah. I can see you doing that. I think
She
it being-
has mentioned it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the type of thing
What
that...
the
What the fuck was that?
You've been smoking.
Crack. I'm not well.
It's the type of thing women can bring up, but men can't. Do you know what I mean?
I can't
Like a
say
woman
that's
going to a man going, look, I think we should do couples therapy. It'll keep us strong. Men would be like, right, okay, I'm not really into it, but I'll have to do it. If you went to Serica and was like, we need to do couples therapy, she'd be like, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Be very suspicious. You know what I mean? They're a
But she
suspicious
also
species.
makes wishes to the moon, so I think she'd probably be up for it.
You trying to have a go at therapy? I'll show her this.
She'll be fine with it because I respect and like her, and it's vice versa. I can also say vice versa. But me and Linfoy Primefuss think wishing you don't need therapy, mate. You're
No, I know,
absolutely.
but that's what. Listen to what
golden.
we're saying.
Oi, Finn, why don't you start getting couples therapy?
Get it
Yeah,
before
what?
you get a
Oh,
bit.
what? You haven't met someone that you're in a relationship with? That's fucking knobhead thinking. Make hay before hay exists.
Put the helmet on in
Make
the back.
hay before you're on the farm. You haven't got a farm. Well, make hay. So that when you've got a farm, you've already got hay. You fucking prick. It's the kind of thing that Linvoy Primus would think as well.
The argument you're making stupid though, innit? Because when you've been through like a breakup, you are supposed to go to therapy before you get in a new relationship because you're meant to fix the problems you've got for when you get in a new relationship. So it's not couples therapy because you're not in a couple, but you are meant to go on your own so that you fix it.
Okay, Adam. Thanks for that advice. Okay, I'll take that advice from you, Adam Rowe. That's good advice. God, why does that taste in my mouth feel so salty? I don't know what it is, but you must be right.
Are you
sir.
still going to therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you getting on?
You winning?
Yeah, I'm It's a score draw.
Can I
most
just
weeks.
say, you're quarterbacking this episode brilliantly. I'm enjoying watching it. Call an audible.
It's a score draw most weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She bagging, yeah? Is it a woman?
Yeah. No one wins.
It's got to be a woman if you're a man.
Fucking Finn's life. No one.
Because I think if you go to therapy as a man and the therapist's a man, this is certainly how it would work for me. It just be like, I'm not letting this fucking cunt have anything on me. Do you know what I mean? You're in competition with all men. As a man, you're in competition with all of the men at all of the times in every possible aspect of your life. How handsome you are, what you smell like, how good you are in bed, how much money you make. You're in a competition with every other man. And I can't be there telling this other fella all my problems, because in my head, he's going, yeah, but I know he's thinking, fucking muppet. I can't have that.
Yeah,
I can't
I get that.
have that.
I
Life
get
must be knackering. Yeah, you know what? I've got one over on him, but I've not had a shower, and he knows. Look at him. My therapist is sniffing me. Yeah, fucking hell. 4-1. You got
I'm
one.
fucking right, by the way. That dynamic is there, and you'd be exactly
Yeah,
the
no,
same.
I do get it, yeah.
Like, he'd be there going, so tell us about your week, and I'd just be telling him all those sick things I've done.
I went skydiving,
Put the arena on sale, lad.
Scuba diving,
Put the
said
arena
I
on
was the
sale. You
best.
ever doing therapy in an arena? Are you soft cunt? No, I don't think so. Yeah, fucking write that down, you fucking prick. Yeah, and I've got a big dick as well. I'm having a good cock week, mate. That's how my week's going. How about that?
Okay.
That's therapy.
How does that make you feel?
Constant competition.
How did you feel when your mum died? I was fine with it. I loved her, and I do miss her, but I was fine with it. I took it on my shoulders. That's what I did. I was strong.
Done me no damage. Now smell me. I'm fine. Yes, sometimes
I'm
I
right,
cry.
though.
In
You're
my
taking
sleep.
the piss. I'm right,
I know what
aren't
you mean. I had a male therapist like in uni, and yeah.
And you
I
didn't
didn't
want to tell
enjoy
him
it
the
as
truth
much, no.
in case he sat there. Like, because you think he's
100%.
texting his mates, just had that fucking minging again.
That's therapy with a man. If you haven't got your therapist in a headlock by the end of the session, you are not fucking doing therapy right. Who's the daddy? Who's the daddy? I don't cry about my mum. Don't even you fucking dare. Sniff that pit. What does it smell like? Fucking yeah, tobacco and vanilla. I win. Yeah, you're unconscious now. Who's crying about your ma? 1-0.
1-0.
I'm right.
You are right, actually. Yeah.
Adam, you're always right.
Like, when it's a woman, you trust her to be sensitive with your feelings.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're not trying to
yeah.
blag it, though.
No?
When it's a woman, you just
Lying
got-
and
you
like,
just gotta be
yeah,
like,
you're
I
all,
can't
I fell
fuck
over
you.
me dick
I know
today,
I
it's too
smell
big.
good.
No. I'd be doing that with a man. Not because I'm trying to fuck him, to make him jealous. I want him writing everything down, going, I'm nowhere near as good as this lad. He's got a bigger dick, and he's using Radox.
So the point we're making is betterhelp.com.
I'm
Are
going
they
to
one
put
of
them
our
in.
sponsors today?
If they are, they're the next sponsor.
Betterhelp.com. Make sure you smell good, even though it's over Zoom. I need a fucking lemsip. Let's have a break, yeah? Now then, ladies and gents, time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's NordVPN.
It's crazy that they're your favourite, because when we first had these as a sponsor, you didn't even really know what a VPN was.
I'll be honest, and it seems like I'm doing it for a bit, but I'm not. At my age, you do get dementia. So what is a VPN?
NordVPN, and if you go to nordvpn.com/have-a-word,
why wouldn't
you would get 4 bonus months on top of the 2-year plan. And that's on all of the plans that they sell.
For
right?
what? For what?
But
What is it?
a VPN is essentially a way to up your internet security, and also you can set your location to anywhere in the world. You can watch Mozambique and Netflix if you want. You can watch the Rugby World Cup live from Tasmania. Whatever you want,
doing
mate.
that. Love
Do you know what I mean? NordVPN.com/have-a-word. It's you need a VPN. It's so much better for your computer, and you literally open up like catalogs of libraries. From all over the world for films,
And who
TV
wants
shows.
malware?
Nah.
You know, it's awful.
A bit of malware.
Awful.
Malware.
Mozambican Netflix, and it'd be nice for me because I'd be
And you can
watching
watch-
the same Netflix as Laura.
And you can watch the Premier League. You can watch the Premier League kickoffs even when they're not on British TV, and it really helps.
What? NordVPN.com/have
Bye,
a word.
How are we?
Oofa. Finway,
Hello.
beautiful Finway, with his nice Christmas jumper on.
Show off on your jumper.
It's not Christmassy, but it
It
looks
was,
like
I bought this.
it's just dead nice.
Marks and Sparks.
You've been sleeping. What's going on?
I've not
Christmas
been
has done you
sleeping.
really well.
I've
Look
really
at you.
not been sleeping
Have you been
out.
off the old
I've
devil's
put on a lot of
cabbage?
weight. Huh?
Oh,
You've
God,
put on weight?
babe, you
A lot
don't
of
look
weight.
like
It's
it.
Christmas, yeah.
Everyone else, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. I
Oh,
know.
what have you
Been
been
eating
at?
crackers for
You've been at the
Everything.
Lindor.
I did get 2 boxes of Lindor, and I'm 1.5 down.
Oh, Lord.
Hello,
But they
Mark.
are
It's
good.
Lindor.
Hello, Martin. I watched that the other night. I watched Little Britain's Go to Sleep the other night.
To go to sleep?
Yeah, you got to have something on to go to sleep, otherwise you're left with your brain.
Yeah,
and
but
that's not
naughty's
fun.
racism.
Yeah, that's the
It
best
is-
kind.
It is good, like.
Right, should we give some advice?
Yeah. Oh my God, we should. Shouldn't we?
Here to help. I'll solve your problems. I'll tell you the best thing to do.
What's your go-to problem at Christmas,
You'll be fine.
food-wise? What's your like sweetie that you like? Oh, the regret.
Shouldn't regret anything.
I tried to buy my brother-in-law about 1 kilogram of gluten-free sweets, and then while I was shopping for them on Amazon, sort of had a bit of a brain fart and bought 1 kilogram of vegan-friendly sweets, which isn't the same thing. So I had to eat them all.
What kind of animals
Not
are
a
gluten?
problem. What?
What kind of animals are gluten? Love a Ferrero Rocher, mate.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Dairy Milk Marvellous Creations. I did have a full big bar of that to myself last night at like 11 o'clock.
Unbelievable.
Wonder why I'm not sleeping.
Maybe that
I'm
one.
having me bedtime chocolate. Can't get off.
Right, this is from Charlie. Lids, I need some big life advice. I'm a solicitor working in Manchester and my job is absolutely cushy. I've paid off my mortgage, have a family that I provide for comfortably, and my friends all think I'm successful. The massive problem is I hate it all. It was always my mum's ambition for me to be a solicitor and not mine, and now I feel like I want to throw it all away and take up my real passion of becoming a jazz musician.
Don't do it, brother.
I've always wanted to learn the saxophone and
He
learn
doesn't
to
even know how to play it.
but life has got in the way, and now I feel like my family are too reliant on me for me to pursue my passion. What should I do,
You
boys?
cannot.
Father, will we go skiing again this winter? Not on my jazz wages. Go on, sorry.
That's it.
How is
What
it?
should I do, boys?
Oh, Lord.
This isn't the movies. You're not going to make it. You're going to end up.
Do you know what?
Awful.
No, let's
Why are
not
we
shit
trying-
on this
why
man's
are we being
dreams.
like this?
Let's just say this. How about, just as an interim like solution, how about some saxophone lessons?
Yeah.
Maybe try and take a Friday afternoon off. You know, because you earn 150 grand a year. Maybe just take a Friday afternoon off, finish up at lunchtime, and go and have Jazz Fridays, where you go and you spend a couple of quid on a lesson, and she's like, "Oh God, he's special." Is that fair? You got to go up the gears.
To
you
be a
can't
jazz
just
musician
go from.
professionally, you've got to be surely doing it for X amount of time to get paid to earn.
I think you've got to be able to play an instrument.
Jazz musicians may be the hardest kind of musician to be as well.
Why?
Because it's all complicated time signatures. and all
Oh, is
No,
it?
no, it's not.
There's
I'm
no
telling you
time.
right now, being a jazz musician is the easiest one to
We
be.
could do it right now.
I went to that jazz club, the Blue Note Jazz Club in New York, and seen the best of the best in that place.
And they were
I'm
making it
telling
up.
you right now, you would be hard pressed to find the difference between that and the night where they let the special kids have a go. I'm telling you
I
right
tell you
now.
what, lad, he was a solicitor on Wednesday. And now he's one of Jazz's finest.
They are making it
He's
up.
not even got a saxophone.
They're not in time with each other at all. Time signature. They're
Yeah.
just going.
It's like
Yeah,
like-
that, but we've just jazzed. Like me and you've just jazzed.
Guys, can we start a jazz club where all of us just pretend to hold the saxophone but there's nothing there and then just go. I think it sounds like a great night.
I'm telling you right now, on tape, that would be virtually indistinguishable from the best jazz musicians in the world.
I
of the
remember
best.
who you saw because he's sick. Mono Neil. I remember you saying you saw that guy.
Shite.
Mono Neil. The time signatures on Mono Neil.
What he should do
Not
is
Mono Neo.
He'd be
Neil.
laughed
Mono
out of Britain's
Neon.
Got
I can't
Talent.
do names today.
Yeah.
I called them Lint Door.
what he should do is keep
Mono
his
Neil.
Mono Neon.
No, it's Mono.
Oh, yeah.
the guy with the jacket.
You saw Mono Neil.
And one of them was a Jew as well.
Jewish.
Kosher Dills.
Jewish. He was.
I remember you telling us about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was a Jew. I smelt him out. I'm winning
He's
this
just a
one.
Jew.
Ish.
What?
was
No,
Jewish.
fully. He was called Kosher Dills.
Is that good? Like, is that good dildos?
Dills was meant to be like deals, I think, but he was trying to be all hip and.
Yeah,
What he
sounds
should do
great.
is keep his job and his family
We
and his
sound bad.
life and his financial stability, and then on the weekend, do jazz.
Yeah, do it.
Weekend jazz. What, Saturday morning?
Yeah. Yeah, do it because
there's loads of jazz I've done.
Do it, and then if you somehow get good enough to leave your solicitor job in like 15 years, great. But right now, just be
It
a
might
week.
only take you a few weeks. You might just might be a generational talent, and if you are, then great, go for it. But
Go for what?
jazz.
Right, I'm doing jazz now. Oh, look at that check that's just come in for jazz.
He might be a generational talent.
2 weeks. That's, you know.
It only take. They say like the music industry's half of it's luck in it. So if he's just jazzing on the street, like
Adele, you lucky bitch. I mean, yeah, you learnt to play an instrument from the age of
no, but like
4.
some of these pub singers are as good as like some of the best pop artists in history. They just don't get picked. You know what I mean?
They don't get picked.
They never get like seen at the right time. He might be jazzing on the street, and Johnny Jazz, the fucking fella who runs all the jazz
You're
stuff,
right.
might run past him and be like, "Listen, he's the new jazz king."
But just to reiterate,
what it takes.
he hasn't even picked up an instrument yet. You never know. Some of these pub musicians, they can't play an instrument. They're just unlucky.
No.
Unlucky. Elton John, yeah, just lucky. He was there. Right pub, right time.
Wait until Jeff Jazz sees him, mate, and then he's fucking flying.
Oh,
His
yeah.
kids will be fine with, like porridge for Christmas for the next 10 years. But
Listen, if you've got a dream, that's amazing. Go for it. Ideally, find your dream when you're about 18, 19 years old because you have nothing to risk.
No. I don't agree with that.
Oh, yeah,
no,
but that's
just
easy
because
for you
you're
to say.
old and you've got a
No,
family doesn't
no.
mean you can't have dreams anymore.
No,
What about
100%.
Susan
What
Boyle?
I'm saying is, it is much easier when you're 18 and you don't have a life or responsibilities or a job.
Pol Pot.
If you're older, you have to weigh the realities against
Steve
the
Brookstein.
dream. You've just got to do a little balancing act. So if you want to do the dream, that's
fat one.
fine. But you can't
Waller.
just throw fucking
Michelle
everything
And the other
in
one.
straight away. You can't just go, I'm just doing this. It's so when you're a kid,
Cardle.
it's so much easier.
He's had you off here multiple times.
You what?
you can be 80 and start being a jazz guy if you
No,
want.
you can't, Carl. You can't just give up everything on a fucking toss of a coin.
Well, here's the thing, Dan. Actually, you can.
No, you can. But I can literally just jump off the roof. There's loads of things you can do. There's I can, yeah, of course
He
you
doesn't
can.
wanna
I can
do that.
walk into traffic. There's loads of things you can do. You can't. It's ridiculous. You can't just quit everything and be like, yeah, who's going to
I
pay
was
the
just
council
flipped,
tax?
by the way. I was saying that a minute ago. Now I'm arguing against you.
Look, I think you should get some lessons, but at the same time,
Do you think?
I've got more faith in you than Dan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Also-
he loves jazz. He knows the game.
Send a video in to us of you doing jazz and we'll see whether you're good enough.
I bet once again, he can't do it yet. He
No,
doesn't know how to play
I'm
an
not
instrument.
telling anyone not to follow the dreams, mate. That's not what this podcast's about. It's not what I've built my life
Oh,
on.
so okay, cool. Just do anything you want to do. You got a family, you got a job, you got responsibilities. You're in debt. Oh, that's even better. Oh, you've got debt collectors knocking on the door. Jazz. That's what you need to do.
Move 3
Jazz.
times and then they can't find
Jazz.
you.
Oh, you've always wanted to be a Premier League footballer, be a big fat cunt and you can't play football. Doesn't matter. Quit everything. Be a footballer.
Dean
That's how it
Windass.
works. Knock on your knock on the front door of your local, go to Anfield. Knock on the front door. Hello, I want to be a footballer. I'm in debt. And they'll be like, cool, you want it. Come in. You never played football? Oh, really? You got diabetes? You big fat twat? Doesn't matter. You started up front. Mo Salah doesn't want it enough. There you go. You're a hero.
Mo Salah works harder than most, actually.
Not as much as a fat man with diabetes and debt. Fact.
I think, I don't know where I've landed now. Chase your dreams.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You've taught me around. Chase your dreams. Whatever your situation, doesn't matter how many people you're responsible for. Chase those
Well,
dreams.
it's fault he's responsible for them. They're just there.
No,
they
it
can
is-
do jazz as
no,
well.
it isn't.
They
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
the Von Straps.
Of course, it's not their fault.
It's his wife that had
not.
the babies. He
Yeah,
just come.
100%. He just wanted to jizz in something.
I've come before.
Yeah.
I'm chasing my
No,
dreams.
but you've chosen
How
where
can I
to
look
jizz.
at him and go, we've both come?
Totally. No, that's what I'm saying.
Hang on. You're
That's what I'm
saying just
saying.
because he's come, he can never be a jazz musician?
No, I'm saying you've taught me round. Whatever you want to do, regardless of your situation, follow your
Start
dream.
a family jazz band.
And here's the best bit. 2 days later, when you wake up from your fucking cold sweat dream, just change dreams again. Be like, jazz is shit. I want to be an excavator. What was that word that came out of my head? I don't even know what just happened. He's an excavator.
I want to move soil.
Yeah, just be a truck. Be a JCB. Be a unicorn. That's
I
even
don't
better.
think surgery's the answer there, though.
3 days later, be a non-binary unicorn. That'll solve your problems.
Or be a jazz musician.
Follow
Well,
your dreams, lad. Don't
let
let
us
anyone
know-
weigh you down. No
let us know how
wife,
it
no
goes.
kids. All you've done is jizz. It's time to jazz.
Wow. Well, once you've got the marketing sorted, it's really hard to argue with it. Isn't it?
Wait until
All
Jeff
you
Jizz comes
did
past.
is jizz. That was jazz.
Let us know how it goes, Charlie. Email back in.
No, email us in. You doing some jazz?
Yeah, don't email us. Just play it. Make a song. We'll hear it because you'll be in the charts.
He'll be the featured
You'll have-
artist in a
you'll-
few weeks.
Don't email back. Tell us how you've done it with your first UK jazz hit, #1. That'll happen, won't it? That's probably going to happen, what, 3 weeks?
It's
So
jazz.
we'll
in the
hear
charts.
He's not even saying he wants to be famous, by the way.
What?
He's not saying he wants to be famous and top in the charts.
He's
He just wants to live the life of a jazz musician. He doesn't want to be famous. He just wants to jazz for a life.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Saturday morning jazz. Down the local Sunday. Get in the Sunday jazz leagues.
Be a solicitor for jazz musicians.
He just doesn't want to be... Just change your job, not bad. Just change jobs.
He's trying to and you're telling him not to.
I think
Oh,
he's-
you've got kids. They're going to be hungry. Fuck them.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Don't fuck them.
Yeah. Non-binary unicorns can fuck anything.
Fuck them. And then they'll be taken away from you. And when you get out of prison, you won't be allowed to see them. And you'll be free to
And
do
you have
jazz.
loads of
100%.
free time to learn jazz.
Fuck kids.
Fuck your kids.
And some...
Shaggy kids. There you go, Charlie.
Yeah. And that'd
Unlimited
be amazing.
saxophone time.
Brilliant. You're in prison for being a paedophile, and then some prison rapist will bum you like a saxophone.
And you've got the emotion in
Brilliant.
it. Wow. I was
yeah.
bummed in prison. Mama, wow.
I lost my kid.
Coronation
Got
Street.
bummed in prison.
And now he's doing the blues. He's not even doing jazz.
Coronation Street. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Good advice, that,
Jazz.
guys. We're fucking great, that. Do your jazz again.
I'm fucking doing jazz. This is definitely jazz. I've just been raped in prison. But it's all right because it's jazz. I'm doing the jazz rapist song.
How quick's his life when it goes down to that? I'm being a solicitor.
Yeah, but being solicitor's boring. Who doesn't want to get raped in prison while singing jazz? That's his dream. Well better. Being a solicitor's boring. Who wants to earn 150 grand a year? Mortgage paid off. Dull.
I've just been raped again.
This isn't even jazz. I still can't play an instrument. I'm just doing it with my mouth. I'm actually playing the guitar.
There you go. Use that advice.
I really wish we just podcast once a week. It's so good. I love it.
Right, we got a couple of
I haven't
confessions.
seen you
in.
for a week and it's the best.
Got a couple of confessions, Dan.
Have we?
Yeah.
Finn? Oh, have we?
Next
Right, let
one
me
is
just
I
find
fucked my kids to become a jazz musician.
Oh, here's a bit of jazz coming up. Ready? Oh, that beatsy jazz. Ah, it's a sneaky one. I wonder if we say the word rape more than most podcasts. I feel like I think so, yeah.
We say everything.
RPM is quite high.
Yeah.
Rape per minute.
Yeah. As always, these are anonymous. If you've got anything to confess, send it into haveawordpod@gmail.com. This first one, my partner sleep talks a lot, and they're usually pretty funny, so we use an app that records sleep talking and any other noises during the night. One of the other noises it picks up is farts, which we always laugh about in the morning, especially as my missus has a slight lactose intolerance. I have a side hustle type thing that had stemmed from my fitness page where a dude pays me £5 for every voice recording or video of a fart that I send to him. Every and any time I send one over, I get £5 within 10 minutes. He's very reliable. I've been doing this for years before I met her, and it's been topping up my bank account very nicely. A couple of weeks ago, I saw a business opportunity and a way to boost my supplementary income. I've started sending him my partner's farts recorded when we're asleep, passing them off as my own. If I feed her cheese before bed, I can make a ton a night from her. I haven't told her this, as I fear she might see the fucking weird side of it more than the financial side of it. I feel bad, but at the same time, her arse has paid for her Christmas present and a weekend away. Should I tell her? Am I doing a bad thing or
Mate,
a good
you'd be a
thing?
fucking billionaire.
So hang on, so he's got like, I feel like he just dropped that information on us too quick. Like, I've got a side hustle that I do sell my farts to some weird guy via like an OnlyFans hookup.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's-
Someone's got in contact and gone, will you fart into a microphone and I'll buy them? Like feet pics.
I'll do that, by the way. If you're into that, drop in me DMs. I'll fart all you want for money.
Oh my God, I cleared the living room.
I
last night.
guarantee you, I can get you more than he can. So just come to me.
What?
I've farted like 17 times while we've been recording today.
Yeah, but not audibly. So I don't think they're worth much.
No, he's farting into a chair, isn't he?
I'm farting into a chair.
Oh, what, you're going to get a fucking
If I'd been farting into this, mate, we'd have been making some dollars.
yeah,
Get a
and
bassoon.
buying new microphones.
Yeah, some jazz there.
Yeah. Do you know what, actually? Yeah, I'm going to quit my life as a comedian podcaster right now.
Fart into
I'm just going to be, I'm going to fart into mics. That's my new dream.
But
Oh, God.
you can't be recording people's fucking bum queefs without the consent.
Yeah, you can.
It's with her consent.
It's
It's,
more
the
exciting.
sending that's the not consent.
She's not getting paid. That should be aired out.
No.
That's air money.
No, it's
He's selling air
cheating her.
farts.
She has consented. She's not consented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if I start shitting in here and you start scooping out and selling my shit to our customers, I'm telling you right now.
Customers?
Yeah, because they would be customers if they're buying me poo.
Who do you think you are?
If I'm not
running
getting
around
cut in
stealing
on this
farts?
fucking... That's like image rights for footballers, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
do you know
pro
what?
Evo?
If we start doing that, you have every right to be annoyed and surprised. I think that when Have a Word started going downhill was when I lost trust that they weren't scooping my shit out and selling it to patrons. I just had that feeling.
Yeah, you've got to get a consent, mate. You've got to go, look. And that's air money.
Yeah.
It is. Also, technically, it's false advertising. I'm getting trading standards onto this cunt. He should be reported for this.
Well, do you think it's a gay dude that wants him farting into the thing?
Yeah.
He's like, that's not the kind of fart I'm into.
Yeah, he wants a fart.
Mate, I'd milk this dry, man. I'd go, oi, babe. You know what I'd do? I'd not admit that you'd already been doing it. I'd be like, this is what I've been doing as a
Also,
side hustle.
what's this? Just have a stock 10 farts and just send them. Like he's listening.
You get
Going,
onto that.
Yeah.
10 different farts.
Yeah, he sent me that one last week.
This is like March 2018. Oh, yeah.
Just have a stock fart package. Just send them every couple of
Nah,
days.
you know the difference. Just like keep it going. You've got a good little thing going there. Use your own arsehole to make money. Don't be using your wife's arsehole when you've got a perfectly good arsehole right there.
Also, your wife sounds stupid. She really does. Why you give me cheese before bed, Brian?
Feeding. Eat that, you.
No, eat it. Eat it. I like it. Have
She's
some
lactose
cheese.
intolerant as well.
I don't want it. It makes me uncomfortable. Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Have more cheese. Have a baby bell. I love you. Go and eat that, you fucking dirty bitch.
Yeah. No, get your wife's consent and give her some money.
Yeah. He might want a woman fart. You never know.
He doesn't, though, does he? He went to a man. You can't be selling woman bumholes to gays.
It's a fact.
Is that a degradation thing? A fart kink? Is the guy imagining that he's farting onto his face while he's
imagining
wanking?
he's like bumming him while he's farting.
It's like
know
the
what?
sound of a squelching pussy, innit?
Can I
change
just
it on.
say, a fanny fart? I find it quite. It's not a little bit of a turn on. Just a
Nah,
bit.
I like the squelch. I don't like the fart.
Squelch.
all in the
it
same
on?
sort of.
No, that bit.
Is that her mouth?
No, when you finger it.
Oh, my
The munch
God.
munch. No, I like a little bit of a.
Will
You
look
know?
so disturbed.
Oh, Will, don't. As if you were horny, you'd love a bit of a. You wouldn't you? You're a dirtbag, man. Is the kink genuinely? He's cracking one out, and he's like, "Oh, imagine if he was like pumping right on my face."
I don't even know if that's what it is, because like the squelch sound turns me on, but I'm not imagining necessarily pussy on my face. I just like being near the sound.
Oh, just in the same room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Isn't it?
Dan, would you ask for like a minge boff off Laura for Christmas?
If I was going to pay someone, it would be the.
What do you want for Christmas this year, love? I'd love a little minge puff.
What do you mean? What pre-boffed?
Yeah.
What, in a little box?
Yeah.
What?
I can't get out.
No, put it in a jar.
What would be my OnlyFans kink if I requested something?
Minge buffs.
No, I like the degradation stuff. I get some Brenda to be like, you dirty little bugger.
Oh, what?
Very degrading, that.
How much are you paying for that?
You're a
50 quid.
You're
Dirty
a
little bugger.
naughty
Yeah,
little thing.
Shit on the neighbour's garden, you'll get that for free.
No, I don't want that. That's horrible. I don't want to shit on the neighbour's garden.
No, but they call you a dirty little bugger. I'm worse.
No, but that's not. I don't want.
How lucky would you be if you got in touch with your next door neighbour and started talking about kinks and he was like, people shitting in my garden. And you got to sort of help each other out.
Hang on. It's a sexy lady that's calling you. I don't want
Next door?
Alistair, my next door neighbour.
Alistair.
He's 59. I don't want. That's not anyone calling me a dirty bugger. I want a sexy lady calling me a dirty bugger. Isn't that the thing?
Right, then find a sexy woman and shit in her garden then.
No, but then you've just got some woman going, hey, you've just shut in my garden. That's not the kink. That's not the kink. She's not going to be like, oh, you naughty little bugger. She's going to be like, how did you get in my garden?
I mean, if she can't figure out how you got in a garden, what kind of
I'm getting
security?
my husband.
What kind of garden's this?
Graham! He's back again. That's not a kink. That's just me shitting in someone's
How
garden.
did you get in my garden?
The
What
front
fences
garden.
has she got?
What?
How would anyone ever be
She works in the
confused
White
as to
House.
how you got in their garden?
What do you mean? Is it not conceivable that there is a garden that's hard to get into?
A front garden.
Oh, I was in my head. I was in the back garden.
Okay, cool. Even
Because
back
I like a
garden?
more dangerous shit when it comes to gardens.
Garden
What?
jump?
Open plan front garden? What are you doing in my garden? I'm like,
Is there
I'm
any
shitting in it.
gardens in your neighbourhood that you couldn't get into easily?
My garden is not easy to get into.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be in your garden one night this week.
Fucking bring it on.
I can get
Bring
your
it
garden
on.
dead easy.
What do you mean?
Your garden's so accessible.
How do you mean? We've got a gate on the side.
Yeah, climb
Climb
over the
over it.
gate.
Oh yeah, cool. Shoot the walls down. That's it. It's dead easy. What are you on about?
What I said was easy.
What are you talking
I'll
about?
climb over your fence. Oh, yeah, why don't you just blow me out, son?
No, but I'm going to put.
Why don't you just fucking nuke the whole town and kill everyone in sight if you're going to climb over
It's
your
not
fence?
easy to get into.
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it?
I get into next doors and climb over.
Oh right, yeah, cool.
Or I'll just
Wait,
knock
what?
on theirs and go,
Are
let me
you
in the
trying to
garden.
melt my head? What's we arguing about? I want some Fitbird on OnlyFans to call me names. And you're like, nah, lad, just break into any garden and shit in a garden. All gardens are easy to break into. What are you on about?
They are.
No, but I don't want that. I don't want to just shit in random people's gardens because they're not going to be sexy about it. They're going to go, oh, stop Dan Nightingale. Stop shitting in my garden, you horrible cunt. And that's not sexy.
It's just a
Oh,
minge
by
buff.
the way, fuck off trying to get in my garden anytime. You and you.
I get in your garden with
Why are you
ease,
worried? I thought it was impenetrable.
Oh, that's it. I'm getting garden
Fucking
security.
Guantanamo Bay.
You wouldn't. You forget. You're not coming around my garden. I'm telling you right now. You would not get in. I'm built. There's
So
Been in the
fucking-
garden.
because I opened my house and you walked through
and
it.
you know what? If you hadn't done that, if he'd have just been there, gone, oh, look at that fucking 6-foot fence.
You
How am I supposed to get
you
over
came
that?
to a garden party. That's not the same. You're a piece of piss to get in your garden. All I've got to do is arrange to visit your house and have a garden party. Fuck off, Carl. Do not break into my garden.
Piece of piss, mate.
What was the question?
The
selling
farting.
fart.
Yeah, they're selling the farts.
Give her the money. Go, listen, I'm sorry.
You owe
I've,
your wife the dough.
I've sold 15
So there's your
farts.
penance, because it's a confession, innit? So you have done something wrong. You need consent, and you owe your wife all the money you've made from Oobah Mole.
Stay out of my garden. Also,
Do we want to have a word to round us off?
not really.
No? Okay. That's
Just got
fine.
annoyed about something so ridiculous. Should we just call it? Should we have a break?
Let's get Oobah Butler in.
Who was here last week, Carl?
Oobah.
Oobah.
It just looks better. I know, but it looks better. Oobah.
He's brilliant. Enjoy the episode.
What's happening, lads? Time to tell you about our OG, our absolute favourite sponsor, Manscaped.com. With the promo code WORD20, you get 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Now listen, Christmas is coming up. Who wants a hairy sack at Christmas? Even Santa doesn't have a hairy sack. He's got a hairy face. His sack is full of presents. And that's what my sack's full of. Come for women.
Yes, mate. Who do you need to shave this Christmas? Your Mars Biff? You never know. But with Manscaped, you've got the best pube shaving kit in the game.
The Lawnmower 5.0 is now
a
out.
new
It's
one.
part of this
Oh,
massive
sweet.
package where you get the crop preserver, the crop soother. It's basically
a
just a bit of
sniff.
cream for your pubes, you know what I mean? There's the weed whacker. Put this up your arsehole, up your nose, trim the ears. Who wants a hairy arsehole? No, you need this to get in there. Sort it out, okay? Go to manscaped.com. Promo code is WORD20. 20% off the best products for below the belt grooming for men or for women, you know, or trans.
Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. This is the best package you could give to your hairy relative. Sort them out.
Christmas is coming. Your ma's biff's getting fat. Look at me out.
Shave it. Bars.
Hey, it's part 1 of 4, but it's actually the 3rd one because we're recording this before we record the first half, and that's always weird. Oobah Butler's here!
Hello. How's it going?
How are you, lad?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate you being here. How was your journey up?
Yeah, it was all right. I've come from, I had one night, I was in Ireland and it was heavy.
Where were you in
then
Ireland?
We were in Dublin for a night, then we went to
I've heard of it.
Roscommon,
Yeah.
which is like where my great-granddad's family's from. Trying to get a birth certificate, trying to do all that
Trying to
stuff.
get your birth certificate.
Trying to get my own birth certificate. It got stolen from me by a priest. No, trying to get my great-granddad's birth certificate.
What are you trying to get that for?
Well,
Is this one of your schemes?
it's not a scheme.
Are you just trying to get
It
a
is
passport,
it's
a
like
European passport?
get an
basically?
Irish
basically, yeah. I mean, well, my dad would 100% get one because it's his granddad. But then, any of I've got 5 siblings, and any of our kids, if he's got one, could have an Irish passport. So, why not? It's
Okay.
disrespectful to the Irish. No, it's not.
I mean, I don't think it's disrespectful to the Irish. I think it's very disrespectful to the Brexit voting British. I think that's what it
Yeah,
is.
okay.
But fuck them. You know what I mean? They've made the
I
bed.
really love that add-on there. I felt like we were like, and that's who we represent.
Seneca got one for Christmas.
What, an Irish passport? Who'd you get it off?
Fucking made a mum. My mum sorted. Obviously, she filled the forms in and she paid.
I think I can probably get one, you know. My nan, I think, shagged a few Irishmen.
That's how it works. And I love Dublin, so I'm going to ask for one as well. Yeah. So I have a great time there.
I mean, if you've tried hard enough and you have actually got Irish lineage, then yeah, it's possible.
No,
isn't it?
me nan was genuinely 2/8 Irish, I think.
Big gangbang.
It's the weirdest way of saying a quarter Irish.
No, but I don't think it was the same 2/8. So it wasn't like one of her grandparents. I think one of her great grandparents and another one on the other side. So that's
alright,
2/8 rather than a quarter.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't come to me with me fucking
sorry.
me maths deductions, mate. I'll smoke you.
Anyway, do you think you're going to get it?
I don't know. I think my dad will get it, but I did. No, I don't know. Maybe.
All right, okay.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah.
Is this
I'm not
just
confident?
Right.
It was just nice. It was nice. We went with my one brother and 2 of my cousins, and it was nice.
Bit of a heritage trail.
It was, yeah. We found the fucking cow shed that they all lived in. The 13 of them, the siblings, at the side of a road in a peat bog. Bog.
They were very modern.
How far my family's gone from bog to blog.
I got a new passport last week, and it's one of the black ones, one of the post-Brexit ones. And do you know what? I've never understood voting Brexit, and then that come through, and I was like, no, worth it. Actually.
Just because it was a cooler colour.
It's just a cooler colour, and
You
you'd open
can't
it.
do much with it. You're in longer queues at airports.
Yeah.
But it looks cooler.
British passport for British people. None of this European involvement making them all maroon and colourful. No, mate.
Good
It's not
Lord.
the
Me
Amex
and
black
Nigel
card.
won our black passports.
Oh, God. Every long queue at fucking customs. Just been moaning.
Yeah.
I just honestly think if you voted Remain, you should just get a little shortcut.
Have you not got any sort of lineage? Any that you could sort of bank on? Are you not a bit Norwegian?
I'm pretty Anglo-fucking-Saxon.
Look at us.
You know what?
Look at his head.
When you add fucking in there, it
Preston.
really sounds like I'm too proud of it.
Nice and clean, nice and inbred.
Yeah, very, very white Lancastrian, I'm afraid. Nothing exciting.
I'm part Irish, part South African, so I can get either, really.
Which 8th is the South African? It's the 9th, 8th.
It was me nan's mate. But they were
right,
so
yeah.
close that it counts.
Merged in. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
What are you, other than just obviously the borders and stuff,
Yeah.
what do you want the Irish passport for? Is it part of anything you've got coming up?
No, not really. I think because we're a big family and Catholic and all that stuff, I've always felt quite close to that part of my dad's.
Yeah.
And it, yeah, like more of his lineage is, he did that 23andMe thing and it was all 80%, just all literally Ireland. And I don't know, it felt like something I just wanted to do anyway. But I think we just wanted to go on holiday and spend some time with each other.
You just wanted to go to Ireland?
Yeah, I just wanted to go
What
to
are you going to
Ireland.
Ireland for? To look for me great granddad's birth certificate. Have you found it? We haven't really looked, to be honest. We've been on Temple Bar. We've had 27 pints of Guinness. But you know what? We've had a nice week.
Exactly.
Where are you a Guinness drinker?
I had 1 pint of Guinness the whole time.
That is such a waste. I'm
know,
so
I'm sorry,
resent
I'm
you for being
sorry.
in Dublin. And
I tried to split the G and it didn't work.
were you trying to land it on the G or between the G and the heart?
Between the G, no, the top of the G, the more advanced one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one you like.
Yeah. So it has to be above the G but below the heart.
Yeah.
I had 2
drink it,
cracks
it's a
at
drink.
lunchtime.
Yeah.
Got one of them.
It's a fucking drink.
1 and 2 is not a bad ratio.
We went
You
to
know what I
that
mean?
pub
Me and
that
Jack both did it, actually.
James Joyce used to drink in. He sat in the what is it? The back room that's like the horseman's room or something. And we sat in there.
In Liverpool?
In Dublin. And we tried to split the... No, I wasn't just there now. Behind you.
We were in the one I used to play was landing it on the G, and then we went to Dublin for my tour show. Me, Carl, and Thomas, who was my opener last year.
Yeah.
And after the show in Whelan's, like we were with a group of about 20 Irish lads.
Dickheads.
And they were like, that's not how you fucking do it. You do it between the fucking G and the harp. We're going to get a fucking round in. We're going to fucking do it now. I don't know where he was from, but it sounded a bit like that. And so like there was like 20 of us, and someone went to the bar and went 20 pints of Guinness and brought them back. And we all had to go splitting the G. And then another one went, right, none of us have done it. So another one went back to bottom. Was like, right, we'll have another 20 Guinness. There's a photo that I've got, and there's just like 7 tables full of all like down to the G drank Guinness. Not another sip is taken out of any of them.
No, some
Just
dickhead
lads
knocked
buying
them over.
20 pints at a time, just as a parlour game. And you wanted to leave Europe. Fuck, you know, those boys are doing fine.
I can't wait to go back to Ireland. Oh my God.
Are you
It's
on it?
amazing.
Have you got nothing on at the moment? Because obviously everything you do is huge. Feels like from the outside looking in, like huge projects where you have to commit to everything. Do you have to take time off and then just go? Are you cooking something up?
No, I've got a feature doc that I'm working on,
Right.
which is sort of halfway financed, and that's been going on for about 3 years, and that is like it's a really good one. So
Have you got to be secretive about it? Can you tell us anything about it?
I have to. Sorry,
Okay. It's all right.
I have to because
has
it
that
just
been going
it
on-
would ruin it if it did.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
it worse in the long run.
Yeah, totally.
But like the Amazon thing, for example, I put out Channel 4 this 2 months ago.
Tell us about that.
That was it was like the first Channel 4 thing that I've done. I was obviously with Vice for so long, then I did Catfish for a while, and then 3 series of that, and then while I was doing that, I self-funded a short about Amazon where I tried to basically trick them into paying taxes because they don't.
Allegedly.
No, that's I was literally just.
Let's just cover you legally. Allegedly, Jeff
Allegedly.
Bezos is a big tax dodging bald cunt. Carry on.
Oh, he is bald.
Oh, Uber,
Allegedly.
you are. You're in the wrong podcast. We are going to have to be like litigiously so careful. Like this guy is on the radar. He's going to be like, yeah, let's have a bit of fun with this.
I'm really glad you're getting me now. 2 months after, or like I was like cutting something for my socials from another podcast I'd done like for a couple of months ago, and I was so careful. But now I'm like, what the fuck? Doesn't matter.
So the
It's-
Great Amazon Heist,
Yes,
is on
sorry.
is on YouTube right now.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
still watch it on More 4, or is it
Yeah.
just on YouTube?
No, on both.
So, but you're literally you're out of it. You're done, and you're like you're not worried about them. Like you got out clean.
Yeah. I mean, there was genuinely big. Right up until the moment it was going out, I was actually in Norway doing an event. I was speaking at an event, and as it was going on, I come off a legal call, and I was like, literally went on stage, and I told them you have to stop the live feed because I was talking about the film, and they were like, "Oh, well, you can't. There's people watching our live feed." And I was like, genuinely, I cannot go on because I can't. It's too risky. So they stopped the live feed. I did it, and like then I got off stage, and then I did 2 interviews, and I was like, the more interviews I do, the less a chance that Amazon are going to be able to stop this going out. And I don't know. I've never done TV before, really. I mean, Catfish is different because it's a presenter. It's not not my thing. And also the nature, like the Channel 4 commissioner who worked on that said, this is the hardest thing I've ever made. Just because of
they're
the
shit
sheer-
in it.
Yeah, just because of the size of Amazon. It's like,
You're going after the biggest company in the world.
yeah, it's,
There's the clip where they spot you
Yeah.
and bring you into the small torture office. And you need to get out because you know you've got the camera on. Like you're watching the clip going, I have anxiety for a bloke
Yeah.
I've never met. As in my head, like you've got to fight or flight just watching it going, Uber, get out.
Yeah, it was-
like this is just a fucking shop essentially.
Yeah.
And you're watching it going, get out for your own safety. And where they're like, you're choosing to leave voluntarily, are you? You're like, yeah, I think so. Yeah. It makes you feel like concerned of like how murky is it? I don't know. It's a weird thing to
I
watch.
haven't seen this. So how did you get them to pay tax? How did you hoodwink them into doing that?
I ordered a load of pothole filler from Amazon.
Yeah.
And then basically my logic was taxes pay for. I mean, it's a boring thing to think about and talk about. Is like, well, but if you think about the stuff that taxes pay for, it makes it all of a sudden something that people would actually find entertaining and whatever engage in. And I was like, the thing that the way I figured out I wanted to talk about it was like through potholes. And the idea being that, like, how quick can Amazon make a Prime delivery without the roads that our taxes pay for? And I basically then ordered a load of cement off Amazon directly, not from a third party. Everyone keeps on fucking, it's driving me insane. Directly from not from Amazon, like a third party, Amazon themselves. They sold and fulfilled it. And then I went around Britain filling in potholes. I did some in LA as well, actually. And then I basically went down to the beach and sent the packages back and lied on my returns and said I just didn't want them. And then I got my money back. So the potholes were filled in. And then, like, you know, Amazon do the right thing. But like the way, what is like in the film and this is the good bit, is that I basically used the same structure that Amazon uses to avoid paying taxes, to avoid legal issues. Like, I created a company in Belize, an offshore company, and then bought the pothole filler via an Amazon, like a company in Belize. And then I just invoiced that company. I mean, in the film, I admit to everything. So it's fucking like, it's not that clever. But like, like the whole central interview of the film is me talking to a lawyer. It was one of the first ideas that I had for the film. I was like, I really liked that as a device. He's dead keen on the whole idea right from the off. Loves it. He's like, yeah, go for it. Is he literally like, don't do this? He was like, you're just stupid. Like, you're not clever in any way. He's like, you just committed fraud. Like, but you know. But he was funny. I met him in a pub, and I was looking for a lawyer at the time, and he's like, he's like a high-powered lawyer, but he's like, if you were gonna cast someone to play it, like everyone always says, like, is that an actor then that you got to play? No,
because he's
fucking
Johnny
look
Lawyer.
him up. Yeah, exactly. He's just like, he was amazing, but he makes the whole thing, like, glues the whole film together, because it's like it's a bit all over the place, to be honest.
How were Channel 4? Did they just basically go for it, make it, or were there legal team involved a lot, or was that down to you? Like, I'm so impressed with Channel 4 that they were like, yeah, fuck it, go for it.
Oh, mate, they just let us do whatever we wanted. No. It
was it Simran?
No. It was like unbelievable. It's really difficult. Like, I'd done the thing where I commit fraud already, so I'd made that I'd self-funded that and made that, and so basically the liability of that is on me, nothing to do with it, like with Channel. So they were like, all right, we'll license that off you, no problem. And then we built a bigger film around that that was a 12-minute film that I wrote and directed with my mate Stan.
That's how Netflix get away with like murder documentaries. They have to wait for a murder to have already happened. They can't commission the murder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
So a good
that makes
strategy.
sense. I don't know the law, but that seems
Like they'd be like, you've already done the murder. Well, we'll license that murder off you, but we can't actually give you money to commit any murders.
That's a conspiracy. You don't know that.
Can I ask you about the drink?
Yeah.
The drink in the documentary.
Yeah, you can.
What was that? Where did that idea come from?
Well,
explain to us what the idea is first.
Got piss from Amazon delivery drivers, sold it
on Amazon.
Yes.
And made it a bestseller.
I made it a #1 best-selling drink on Amazon. The delivery driver's piss.
It's just piss.
Called
Just piss.
Yeah, I mean, Bear Grylls is like he's guzzling it down, so you might as well turn it into an opportunity.
It's what you're famous for. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it called?
Release energy. And the design's like, I'm not going to say it, I can't say it, but have a look at it. It looks familiar. And like, it's yeah, I mean, the whole idea for that was, the whole film basically was, there's always reporting on Amazon. People understand that the company, even though they're the biggest company in the world, they do some stuff that people don't like. The taxes stuff, for example. How do you speak about this stuff in a way that's not boring, in a way that's actually going to cut through? Because look, he's preaching to the converted, isn't it? For most people who read about, you know, really great reporting are basically people who engage with that kind of stuff.
It's exactly what Twitter is. Twitter's just people who are angry about stuff, letting other people know that are already angry about it, know that they're angry as well. And everyone going, oh, aren't we great? And then nothing happens.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, so it was like, how do we come up with an idea that will talk about the stuff that's at the heart? Like, the fact that Amazon delivery drivers are having, we stopped and spoke to delivery drivers in LA and fucking all over in London, in the Midlands where I'm from. We spoke to them in Spain, Italy. Look, basically the point being, all over the world, delivery drivers having to piss in bottles because they got unrealistic targets. And we found out, spoke to a manager, and they were like, "Yeah, we penalise the drivers if they come back with bottles in the car. And if you get 10 bottles, you're in trouble." And that was
10 bottles of piss.
Yeah. That, like, if it builds up over it, you get 1 point per bottle. So we stopped a manager by chance, and they just told us this. And so it's like there is some journalism in there, like accidentally, not just wanking around. But like, and then we had my mate, who's Alex. She's a Labour journalist. She said that and then the female drivers are telling her that they're getting UTIs from holding in piss as well. So there's this whole thing around piss on Amazon, and I was like, how do you make this cut through? Because it's like, how do you create something that people have probably kind of read about and they know about, and turn it into something that will go viral and cut through? And then the piss story, I got it listed as me and my mate Stan put the product, and it just says the ingredients to piss on it. Like if you can go on the Wayback Machine that preserved the listing, and it literally says this is taken from discarded bottles of piss at the side of the road. And like I bypassed all of their like food and drinks licensing. It was easy, and then I just manipulate the algorithm, which is what obviously the restaurant thing or whatever. I've done that in the past, and then like real people were trying to buy this product, and I could have easily sold and sent piss to normal people all over Britain and see what happened.
That might have just been people who genuinely want to piss, though.
Could be Germans, couldn't it? Basically,
yeah, could be Germans, or I'm a bit of a kinky bastard. If that was lady piss, I'd be into it.
Do you go into these projects knowing that there's an element of like journalism about? I'm sorry. You looked at me like you've got to respond to that. Like, if we stopped and responded to everything like that, it was such a much longer podcast. Are you going into these projects going, right, I really want to get awareness of this subject, or is there just an element of like you like the mayhem? You're like, are you going in? Like, do you feel like a journalist when you go into it, or is it more just you?
The Amazon thing is definitely something you give a fuck about. So I can tell from the way you're talking about it, you are passionate about that. Not passionate might be the wrong word, but you care, and it's like, this is fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
like the fact that they get measured on how many bottles they bring back. First of all, that's causing litter problems, because if I'm an Amazon driver there, I'm just wazzing me piss out the window into a
they're
field.
flooding the world with piss.
Yeah,
I like it. It is like. It is. I think that's also as well, like when I started out and doing the Vice stuff, it was easier to just like be like, I'm having a laugh.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like you have to grow as
as a creator or whatever you want to call it.
You get bored and like it's good to just be like nihilistic and like, oh, I'll do this thing, but yeah, it's hard not to because I went and work there. It's like you're working with people who live in chronic pain, all this shit. So it would be really. But also, then you can't lose the atmosphere of the fun around it, the mayhem. That's the whole point. Like, there are probably better journalists in this room than me, and it's like that's not why I've been given the job to do that. My job is to how do I turn this into something that will cut through? And like the piss story, you got like Fox News covered it. Like they don't cover. Why would they cover a Channel 4 documentary? Like, you got Fox News on one hand, and they're covering it in a way that is like talking to the issues that they should be. Like, this exposes Amazon's corporate culture, and that was their headline. I was like,
it's unusual means, but you are getting what you want at the end of it.
Yeah. Or like,
you've done it in a way that gets you stuff that you literally couldn't pay for otherwise.
Exactly.
Like, no matter how, if you'd just done a piece on interviewing these drivers and going, these are the conditions you're living in, and gave that to Fox, Fox would go, fuck off.
Yeah, they'd be like,
but because of the way you done it and made it what it was, it becomes, it's really creative. I had a really nice moment there, by the way, where you said there's probably a better journalist than me in this room, and I watched Carl scan the room and go, nope.
No, Mr. Harold Robinson, thank you.
Yeah.
He said he studied journalism. I didn't.
He's very happy that you're here today, man. He is trying not to ask for a selfie mid-record. That's where he's at today. He is buzzing you're here.
It's good to know the bar's low. I didn't. I'm not trained. I didn't go to uni. I didn't train as a journalist. I wanted to be a musician until I was like failed, and then started doing this stuff. I worked doing like I was writing about. I wanted to be. I went from doing music stuff, and then decided to start like writing about music, so I could try and rig the music press to write nicely about my band. And then I was like, oh, it's actually all right. And then I got like a gig doing like writing clickbait news for a music website, and so then I'll get paid in the amount of clicks I would get for a story. So then it's like, how do you make this boring story about fucking Joss Stone go viral or what? Then it's like that part of my brain. Did she? I don't know. Didn't someone try? Guess
what
and
Joss
kill
Stone
her?
have for breakfast? Who's that? Do
Yeah.
you remember 1997? She was really big back then.
Isn't there a Joss Stone story though? I'm sure there is.
She was on The Masked Singer.
Well, there was the thing. Was it Joss Stone where the
the
guys were plotting to kill her?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's just a story in itself. I didn't.
Yeah,
need to,
yeah.
You don't need to lie on that.
I
But,
only
like,
found out last week that Duffy got kidnapped.
Yeah.
what?
Do you not know about this?
No.
You know
Yeah.
Duffy?
Yeah.
Like, mercy! You know, yeah, Duffy. On the same page, yeah.
Yeah.
10 years ago,
That's good, that.
Duffy got kidnapped and was held for days in a foreign country. She got put on a plane, flown away. And that's why no one's heard from her. She's really upset about it.
Wow.
And Adam's just found out. Big news. What? How did you? I'm intrigued how you found out. Where did it
I
come
heard a
up?
whisper and I Googled it and it's all true.
Right, just to let you know, Duffy.
Wow.
I was in Pogues and someone just whispered it to me at the bar. I was like, who was that? Like, never mind me. And he disappeared.
Free Duffy.
Yeah, she disappeared from the sort of limelight because she got kidnapped and
Jesus.
quite traumatic.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
So then Vice. Then you ended up going. I'll screech myself. Then you end up writing for Vice. Is that just because after the music, like journalism, like press stuff, and you're like, actually, I've got an eye for what works and what goes viral, and did that just feel like? Did Vice come to you, or did you go to Vice?
Oh no, they didn't have any reason to commission me. Like, literally, I don't even know how it all came about. To be honest, I was writing these reviews. I was writing for years for free, just for like, you know. And then I got that gig doing the viral news stuff. And then where would it have gone? So I was like, I think I come up with an idea when at the very end of the band where I was like, is music so hard to sell that it's like, what's the most unappealing thing that I get sold? And I was thinking about Jehovah's Witnesses, people coming to the door and trying to sell you God. And I was like, okay, well, is music in such a bad state now? It was CDs, like that was like 2015 or something. And I was like, is it like? And I had this idea where I was like, it'd be funny to try and like go head to head with the Jehovah's Witnesses and try and so that's basically what I come up with this idea, and then I wrote it into a pitch, and I could write a pitch because I'd figured out how to write a one subject email, and I put this is like, is music harder to sell than Jehovah, and then put that as the email, like pitch, sent it to, found the first name dot last name at vice.com thing, and then one of the editors there, he was Noisy's like main editor at the time. I just found his email and I pitched him, and it was like, and then all of a sudden he was like, yeah, let's go with this. So I was like, oh shit, I've actually got to do that now. So then I went and like pretended I was joining the Jehovah's Witnesses for a bit to learn their door-to-door sales techniques. Went out with them and figured out how many doors out of 100 would let them in to talk about God. And I was like, all right, that's a sale.
What's the hit rate for a Jehovah?
It's six out of 100.
That is so
6%.
much higher than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that the sample group I wouldn't say it's the greatest science that's ever been done. I think I've counted 100 doors, and I was like, that's 6, that'll do. But like, you know,
I remember when I was a kid. So my mum used to get like short-term loans from a company called Provident. So the Provi man would knock at the door, and he'd be like, "Do you want some dough? And you got to give me like." They give you 100 quid, you got to give us 120 back over like 4 weeks or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So every week, like the fella would knock and take like 20 or 30 quid off my mum and dad. And one week, the door goes at like 5 o'clock and my mum's doing the dinner. And she goes, Adam, get the door, it'll be the Provi man, tell him I'll be there in a sec. I'm just dealing with these potatoes or whatever she was cooking at the time. And I opened the door and it was a Jehovah's Witness.
No way.
And I was like, and he was like, is your mum or dad? And I was like, my mum's doing the dinner, mate. Well, you're after, are you the Provi man? And he was like, no, I'm here to talk about God. And I remember he showed me this picture, and it was like a man and woman living amongst like tigers and animals and stuff. And he was like, this is what God had intended for us, but that stupid fucking cunt Eve had a bit of she was hungry and had a bit of an apple and that. And that's
Is this word for word?
He's like,
this from
this is what we were supposed to have, and this is what we can have if we all believe in our Lord and Saviour, Jehovah's Christ or whatever their guy is. And I was like, oh, sound.
Jehovah's Christ.
So I'm talking to him for ages, and then my mum comes to the door with 30 quid. And I remember him going, no, love, I don't want your money. And she was like, oh, no, I thought you were the Provi man. And I was like, no, he's not the Provi man, mum. He's telling me about these tigers who are meant to live in the back garden and that. And she told him to fuck off and shut the door.
He almost had you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I work for the zoo.
But he had this painting, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's like the way they do it. It's like there's like 200,000 people allowed in heaven, and like apparently they've
That's
all
it. From everyone who's ever
something
lived.
like that. Yeah. So it's I like.
So
the
every
fact-
year, is it like a relegation zone or like the playoffs where like the top 3 people from Earth get to go against the bottom 3
How many
people
people
from
have
heaven?
lived? Isn't it like 80 billion?
110 billion
is it like
ever.
the
I think.
Berghain then?
Yeah.
It's one out, one in policy.
Yes,
But they're
the
like,
burger.
it's an interesting way of like making people really go for it. Because I always see them on the street and think that is a work ethic. You know, like Sunday 8 a.m. on a Sunday, and they're stood there with the blue.
It's like the
singing Live
ultimate
Flea Flip.
charity mugger, isn't it? Like the
Yeah.
people who stand on the street going, oh, have you got a minute to talk about this? And everyone's like, fuck off,
Don't
mate.
do
man.
anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've got Jehovah's Witnesses 3 doors down from us. They've never knocked on once.
Really?
Yeah, they don't do their own street. You don't shit where you eat them.
Yeah, famous Jehovah's Witness catchphrase.
I mean, I did. Like, so when I was pretending I was joining them, they knocked my door every week. They were like, "You came to church? Like, what's wrong? Like, you've got to." And I was like,
Oh, so they
I
thought
was
they had you?
Yeah, and
they
I was like, "Oh no, I was just doing a weird thing." Can you stop?
it's like when Ticketmaster email you going, do you still want those tickets? That's what they were doing, but in real life with you.
Yeah, they saw it was in the car.
Still want Jehovah?
So if there's 200,000 people to get in, why are they trying to recruit more people? Surely that dilutes the pool and they're
Well,
definitely not getting
well, this is what's the genius of it. I think that the more people you recruit, the higher a chance you got of good old fashioned.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the most culty pyramid scheme of all time.
How do they get money though? Is it just
Because
like,
you have to give them like Jews.
what?
You DUES. Fucking hell.
Hands
Got any
have to
Jews
pay-
in yours? I'm
have to-
rounding them up.
That's hands land.
You have like fees.
You're thinking of Inglorious Bastards, Dan. It's a totally different thing.
Get your Jude. DUES.
It's a club.
Nicely
under the
swear.
It's a
floorboards.
cabal. It's a club. They have to pay a fee. They have to pay little fucking things to the church. Don't they?
Get a little
You have to
stamp
convince enough people
Common
that,
version
that to join the church. And there's more people you recruit. Catholicism just uses guilt, which is much easier.
Yeah.
But no, this is genius, isn't it? Is it American? Jehovah's Witnesses feels.
Is
feels
Jehovah's
American.
Witness the same as Mormon?
No.
Really similar in it, but
It's very
different.
similar,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's
Because their
different,
fella's called Joe, innit?
yeah.
Joe Mormon.
It's something like that, though.
Joseph Smith, isn't it?
Joe Smith.
Yeah.
And he was around in like the 1930s or something.
I really
Jehovah's
need the
Witnesses
creators of
is
South
American.
Park to do a musical about Jehovah's Witnesses, and then I'll know as much as I do about the Book of Mormon.
But didn't Joseph Smith say he found some tablets or something?
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
like, oh, look, I found new God stuff. And everyone was like, go ahead, Joe. And that's the Mormons.
Yeah, but that's only seems ridiculous just because it hasn't had enough time to sort of ferment.
Go ahead.
Like it's just as insane as older sort of scripture and like biblical stories, but because they've been around so much longer, you're like, oh yeah, but they're potentially real. But just because this is new, it's just as daft as all the old stuff.
Where did you
essentially.
find these tablets?
What?
Egypt, was it?
No.
No, in his back garden.
Oh, yeah, in his back garden. Genuinely, that's what it is.
Yeah, genuinely.
You find all this out in the Book of Mormon, which is really funny.
Very
But
funny.
it's quite nice, the Mormons, at the same time as well.
Right.
It's like, they're all stupid, but, look at the little wigger ends.
But they're nice.
So did you get any hassle for that? Was you were like, yeah, I don't really want to be a Jehovah's Witness. I just want to sort of.
I was just gathering data, really.
Yeah.
I was just,
Were they fine? But they weren't like weirdly aggressive about it when you
I mean,
tried
I didn't
to leave?
explain it to him like that. I
Oh,
just said,
right,
I'm
okay.
not interested anymore. So
right,
I was
okay, yeah.
having a moment. I was having a wobble.
I was just having one of them Jehovah's periods where, you know, I was just
exactly.
in the mood.
But I lost. I sold 2 CDs out of 100 and I lost. So Jehovah's is easier to sell than. I went out with like CDs of what was in the charts at the time.
Oh, so it was your music?
Yeah, but this
thought
is
it was your music.
This is just to the point where streaming was getting pretty big. It's when door-to-door sales with music didn't kick off. It's not a massive surprise.
I think you would have got more streams than 6 if you'd knocked with a QR code. You should do it again now. Just knock everywhere
Bring
with a
it
QR
back.
code and be like, play this. I reckon that most people will just do it on the door.
This time it's personal.
Just to get rid of you.
And you mentioned the restaurant thing. Sorry, we're playing all your hits because it's fascinating.
Of course, yeah.
But with the restaurant thing, like, again, Were you going out of your way to just highlight how ridiculous all of the TripAdvisor stuff is? Were you going at it from the point of view of like, I really want to take this down, or was it just again for a bit of the mayhem of it?
I reckon at that point I was more intrigued by, because I had a gig as well when I first started out writing, where I'd get paid by restaurants to write fake 5-star reviews for them on TripAdvisor. And as someone who'd worked in hospitality a lot as well, it was just, I just thought it was really interesting the way that like this was so manipulatable, and most people were like curating their experiences and like their decisions around where they go to eat and all this stuff around this website.
I don't go to a restaurant in a different city without checking the reviews. Like,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, and it's not to say that they'll like burn the whole thing to the ground. It was just thought it was interesting and funny. And then I genuinely had no idea that it would be like actually possible to get a number one. Like that was, it did it for 6 months. You know, I lived in a garden shed at the time. I got it listed as a restaurant on TripAdvisor, then spent 6 months like slowly manipulating it to be the number one rated restaurant in London. And I didn't ever think that would be like, and it ended up being the defining moment probably in my life to this point. So all of it, and then, like the moment that it hit number one, I was like, my life has changed. And like, because I just knew that then it was like this, back to like the clickbait headline. I was like, oh, that's a fucking story. Like that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah.
everyone I told was just like, you can always tell with the good things. You just like really simply communicate it with people around you, and if you can tell if someone's bored by what you say.
When you say you got it listed as a restaurant,
Yeah.
and it became the number one restaurant in London,
Yeah.
did you ever make any food?
No, I did. For the website, I did like we tried to make it like a wanky kind of like fancy restaurant, and I did like food pictures, but it was like deliberately it was like cropped images of fancy looking food, like fine dining looking food. But when the film came out, I revealed that it was like an egg on my foot and like urinal cakes with like bits of aquarium fish stones and shaving foam or whatever. So there was a basis, and then there was like the whole thing around the menu was like, oh, it's you order meat, moods and all this stuff. So it was like had the vibe of a wanky restaurant, but like, and it was like an appointment only restaurant, so people couldn't show up because I literally did just live in a garden shed at the back of someone's house. So
Did you have an email address or a phone number where people were trying to make bookings?
Yeah. I bought like a trap phone, for that, and then I had a.
So just for your own entertainment, just going through the potential bookings that will never be.
Well, I was just answering. Yeah, I'd just be like, we're fully booked. Sorry for the next 6 weeks, and then you have the thing that people want to come there more if you if you tell them
that
you
would
can't have
make me want to go so much.
Yeah,
I'll book for 6 weeks. Well, I'll have one for 6 weeks Monday.
Yeah. I had a guy when I was saying I was in Norway, there was a businessman who was like, yeah, I tried to book for a table of 12 of us for a Christmas thing. And I was like, sorry for wasting your time. It was completely made up. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we had that. And then after, when it became number one, we opened for one night only in literally the garden shed that I had real people, like 8, how many real customers? I was like, 2 tables. Yeah, 8 real customers, 3 tables. And then just my mates, but we made it look as if it was like they were just saying everything was great, and it was Iceland 99p ready meals, but dressed up to look like fancy food, and it was just like fuck,
just to prove that it's all bollocks.
Yeah, but I didn't have a confident. My ideal scenario was that I hope that everyone leaves without realizing what's going on here. And that fucking happened. Like, and one of the they said to us at the end of the evening, they were like, so now that we've been once, is it going to be easier for us to come back? And they genuinely were trying to book a table again in the future. And I just observed them like objectively, just like fucking shit food. And well,
the cheapest food available.
Yeah, the cheapest food possible.
The very antithesis
shit,
of what people are paying in Michelin-star restaurants.
How much were they paying for these plates?
Well, I didn't want to get sued, so I was just like, this is a promo evening. That's why we've got the cameras out. So hopefully you don't mind, all this stuff. This is on us tonight. New menu. Like, so it was like, but I think if you were doing it and you didn't mind, you would have probably had fun with that as well. And been like, I wonder if we can charge you $8,000 for this plate of, mash.
Did that have an actual impact on TripAdvisor, or did nothing change?
Well, we had their like statement that we had to get, and that's like, that on the Amazon thing that was like that, but fucking times a million. But with Vice and TripAdvisor, it was a bit more chill. Yeah, but they just said it was proved nothing and that I just had too much time on my hands.
What was that Singapore thing though? Didn't
This is
Singapore
true.
change their laws? Didn't Singapore change their laws about fake news? Was that
That was my book.
was the okay?
Yeah, no, that was sorry. Yeah, there's two things going on now. No, you are right. You are right. No, Singaporean Parliament used it to make that. Yes, yeah, I fucking forgot about that. They used the shed. If you go on there,
What kind of
Great
ridiculous-
journalism, Carl.
What kind of
Great
ridiculous life have you got where you're like, no, hang on.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. The Singapore government did change government policy based on something I did. No, you are right. I forgot about that, yeah. No.
I genuinely, it's not me being a wanker. I mean, it is me being a wanker, but I just
Totally
have to
forgot about that.
apologise
No, I
for it.
changed Middle Eastern policy. Yeah. I know it's not the Middle
But
East.
they like, I mean,
East.
they you can go on YouTube, you can see them like talking about it, and it's really funny that like that they've got an MP who's like presenting on this thing, scrolling past an egg on my foot. He's like, here's a picture of an egg on the foot, but looking very attractive otherwise. And they're all like,
He
half
sounds like he
smiling.
wants to fuck you. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Why not? People in high
He
places.
might have an egg on his foot, but look at his cheekbones. He's a very nice man.
But
way,
yeah,
he's
I mean,
from-
that was bad. So yeah, I mean, but TripAdvisor themselves, though, I remember them. Yeah, they kind of poo-pooed it, but then I heard that they like changed their algorithm based on that. But they would never say that publicly.
No.
No, they're not going to say that. 'Cause
It
then-
makes me very excited to find out what you're doing next,
yeah.
because it feels like
you getting bigger?
It feels like you're ramping it up.
Are they growing?
Yeah,
You
well,
can say that, can't you?
we were saying it, but yeah, we were saying it before. You've got to progress. You have to try and figure out like what. It's a feature doc, the next one. I've also got another thing that I've been working on for quite a while that I've made with I can say this probably, but the guy who made like Tiger King, Fire, Chris Smith. We worked on a film together a few years ago. I've just managed to get the rights for. 'Cause it's a bit of it's difficult with Vice, but that's also really good. But that'll probably hopefully come out in the meantime while because this one, the big one that we've been working on for 3 years. Is really good as well, and it's with absolutely Tim and Eric's company.
Yeah.
And who worked on the Amazon one as well. They did
Yeah.
Nathan Few, Eric Andre, all that stuff. Just brilliant people, like amazing people to work with. And it's like in terms of budget, yeah. But then what makes the stuff that I do, what I actually really like about myself is it still feels punk. So if you just have to just pay people properly rather than spending it on. I don't want it to feel that different, to be honest.
Yeah.
I want it to continue to feel. You start spending money on big stunts and stuff, it just loses its charm and just.
When
like,
you're early creating, you're asking friends to do jobs for less,
Yeah.
and now you're getting the budget where you can go, you don't have to do that anymore. I can give you what you actually deserve.
Yeah, I was in a meeting the other day in New York, and they said that they like the fact that it feels like it comes from a crew. You have a similar thing here. It's like you feel a sense of the people who are just there because they want to be involved in it, and it's always like it's really nice as you go on in your career as well, like being able to see that within your mates, like see like someone who been using on this one of my, I don't want to say the name specifically, it's not fair, but yeah, just like a mate of mine who I knew would be a good producer. I just was like, that would be really fucking good. So good. And like people with no experience, but like now just like absolutely loving it. And we're like getting to work together on that. But like, so yeah, I mean, it is exciting. The idea is fun and it ticks all the boxes and like.
All right,
It's
Pez.
exciting for the dogs.
Sorry, I'm a boring
Can you
guy.
tell us about it off camera?
No.
Don't tell
But
us.
then there's the fun. Then that loses the fun
finish
of it.
the
It'll be
fun
more
first.
fun
But
for.
I've got no delayed gratification.
But you did tell us you could give us an exclusive about catfish, though.
Yeah, I did actually. I
Can you
mean,
give
I'll
us-
probably get in trouble for this,
Can
but
you give
yeah,
us that?
it's done. Catfish is done. I'm not doing any more catfish.
Right? Why?
We were up for renewal, and then I had the Channel 4 thing, and Nella also had something.
And for those who haven't seen Catfish, Catfish is you looking into people with online dating profiles pretending to be people they're not.
yeah.
Or-
Yeah. It's like the American one. I did 3 series of the UK version.
Yeah.
Shot a couple episodes here as well. But yeah, it was amazing, and so like good people worked on it. And it was like, for me, with the Vice stuff, going from that to then going into television, which is what I always really wanted to do. It was like the perfect gig. They come out of nowhere. They says, "Do you want to come and screen test?" And like, they'd no reason to give it to me. There's people with much bigger followings, much more relevant. They just went for it and really liked me. But
I find catfishing so interesting. Like the idea of tricking people into that and pretending to be someone you're not.
Yeah.
Like there's any end game to it. Like it's so
weirdly
fascinating.
twisted and dark.
Just a
The
game, isn't it,
the long play of it. Because we know someone who went through it.
Oh, yeah?
I remember watching the American Catfish back in the day going, I just don't get how anyone can go, hang on. And then we had a friend who went through over a year of it,
No
maybe
way.
a year and a half. And then you go, oh, this is a smart guy. And just enough sort of things can happen in the background for it to be the right timing or the wrong timing. And then all of a sudden, a year and a half of his life has just been twisted into nothing.
I mean, it is the like pervasive thing about it is that that is when you're at your most vulnerable, and like what you want to. And the catfishes are really good. Like, you know, we had people using like deep fakes. We had that in the show. It was like, which was unbelievable.
Hang on, you're Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Why would you choose?
But I still love you. I just want to meet you.
The ugliest man in Hollywood. I'll have him.
Yeah. What about that?
Did you?
Yeah,
were
he
the cases
No,
where
he's not.
That
What?
looks like a punch bag.
He does now because he's been punched in the head loads.
Oh, you mean like
Back when he was down in the belt, back
yeah.
in those days, he was quite fit, wasn't he?
Demolition Man.
I'm not sure if he was actually punched in the head loads. I think that was a film.
He was a boxer.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
why
know
he
that.
wrote Rocky.
I didn't know that.
Because he was a boxer that didn't get anywhere. Rocky is about Sylvester Stallone, really. It's just like what
know
his
that.
dream would have been.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bill.
I didn't know that.
just if you weren't concentrating fully, Sylvester Stallone hasn't been catfished. just want to clear that up.
That we know of. Yeah, we had a woman who thought she was in a relationship with George Ezra. That was interesting. Yeah, we're like there was
She was just ill, though. It was nothing to do with catfishing.
Oh God.
she was having a fever dream at the
I got-
time.
he was-
She come to.
He was saying he was George Ezra, or he's using his face with a different name.
She was this like really lovely, sweeter older woman who had got out of like she was in a marriage for a long time and then like get her confidence back. She was talking to George Ezra online.
Right.
He's obviously just some scumbag. And it was like we ended up finding out it was like a group of people who become George Ezra in order to just get money out of like vulnerable older people. And
It's a mad scam, that. Imagine sitting around
yeah.
the meeting table with all your scammer mates and being like, right, what are we going to do?
yeah, we
Like, we're all going to be George Ezra to scam old women
Yeah.
out of money. It's foolproof.
We tried Sylvester Stallone, but it was going fucking nowhere.
no one would
'cause
believe
he's a punch bag head. We had to go with George Ezra, because he's beautiful.
yeah.
Oh, there must have been like I suppose you have to detach from it professionally, but it's got to be pretty tough
was
going
really
through that
depressing.
with them.
It was depressing because I tried to get him. We really wanted him to just record something for her, just so she felt like a sense of like. It would just be even if this is the most like humiliating thing that's happened to her, and which it shouldn't be because fucking happens to shitloads of people.
Yeah.
But you wanted to just have him like it just would be nice for her to feel like it ends with her hearing from him. I'm sorry, what's happened to you?
Yeah.
And we weren't able to do it. They just weren't with his team around him. Just didn't. I went to one of the gigs and I snuck backstage and went into the thing, and they were like, "We know why you're here." They found me like just as I was going to his dressing room, and they just wouldn't do it. And I just found it so confusing. I was like, "What? Why won't? What?" I just said, "Record a 20-second clip on your camera." I mean, maybe I'm not look. Maybe I'm looking at it because I've obviously was with her and noticed that it was a big thing for her. Maybe he gets those sort of requests all the time. I can't imagine he does.
No. I can't imagine he gets a lot of them.
No.
George, listen, lads, some old woman's being
It's happened again.
and did the video.
George, stop talking to older women online.
Imagine
Asking
it
for
after
their
all
mo-
that. You walk in and he's literally talking to her.
Like fucking Scooby-Doo. It was George Ezra.
George, you've done it again. Plausible deniability. Don't say anything, mate.
And the video from Sylvester Stallone didn't hit the same.
No, it didn't.
Look, we haven't been able to get you, George. You've seen Rocky or you've seen Rambo. Okay, we'll have a look at this. Hey, yo, Frida, I'm here from George. Gave her a name.
Fantastic. Should we have a break?
Probably, yeah.
Mate, fantastic.
What's happening, lads? If you are enjoying this episode, or even if you're not, do you know what? Just do us a favour. Like it, subscribe, turn the bell on. Make sure you get notifications when we drop an episode. Do it right now. Leave us a comment. Tell us that it's sick. Or call us all cunts if you want. We're not really asked. All we need is comments. In fact, negative ones sometimes stoke the fire.
Also, we're on socials, all over them, at Have a Word Pod. Don't just like a video, give it a share, give it a retweet, be a good egg, let's spread the word.
If you see a clip of ours on socials, just share it. Costs you nothing. Does the world of good for us.
Follow him, follow me. Let's do it. Appreciate you.
Smell your mouth.
Go ahead. Part 4 of 4.
Sure.
Oh, you nicked his catchphrase.
Yeah. Oh, I really enjoyed that.
Shall we do some correspondence?
Let's. Don't let me down, correspondence. Don't let me down.
Correspondent.
We've
Duffy?
got. First off, we've got a
Question.
cool.
Question.
Nice.
People write in, Uber.
Yeah.
They see we've got our lives together and they go, do you know what? They've figured everything out from relationships to other relationships. And let's just get some advice from them.
We're doing advice in a minute. Question first. This is from Connor. If you had to win a game show to stay alive, what game show would you choose?
Ooh.
You got to win the jackpot sort of thing.
But you just got to win the show.
Uber, what's your go-to game show that you enjoy?
I'm good at staring.
That's not a game show, is it?
No, but it could be.
It could be.
We're all in media. We could make it one.
Uber,
the stare off.
Uber, can you have...
What? Hang on. That's just set a memory off in my head. Was there... on Big Train, was there a sketch about the international stare?
On what, sorry?
Big Train.
Yeah, we were born in 1992, then, not the 40s.
Yeah,
Was this on the
Dan.
wireless?
Yes, Dan.
Was this on the
Google
wireless
it.
back in the day?
The international...
Staring competition.
There we
finals.
go.
And they animated it.
Yeah,
Can I-
staring world
And they made it like it
championships.
looked like it was like an Olympic event.
Yeah.
I think you'd be weirdly good at it as well.
I am.
like-
I'm good. Every Christmas I've got lots of siblings, and everyone comes to my parents' fucking tiny house. We all do an Olympics on the day, all the different events. It's staring. I'm good at that and limbo.
Uber, who do you think would be your best adversary in here? Who do you think against you in a staring contest?
Like, I'm literally want to blink
In the
just
room?
to not...
Yeah. Out of us 4, who do you think would be your toughest? Okay, I'm doing one now then.
Finn. Go on, Finn.
Go on, Finn.
In the middle.
Go for the audio listeners.
Right, for
Where are
the
we
audio
doing it?
listeners, I'm going to line it
We'll
up.
commentate on it. Go in the middle.
Okay. Welcome to
On your
Liverpool.
knees.
Welcome to
For
the
the first ever
stare
Have a
off.
Word
If you're an
stare off.
audio listener,
Knees, please.
this is Oobah Butler versus... Is it Finn? Finn.
Right, Finn, watch him. Look what he's doing. He's juicing his eyes up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What a pro.
And on the count of 3...
Who's adjudicating? Adam, can you look at Finn? Dan, can you look at Uber? And yes.
All right. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, Uber's got quite the smile on him during the
Oh,
stare.
he's doing the eye.
Oh!
He went!
Shit.
The pressure, mate! The pressure!
Not only would you fail on this game show, but you've just lost to someone who's never been in this competition before.
Hey, you worked in Amazon, shitty! You never blinked! My
Finn
God.
looked like a dog having a poo then, by the way.
I was trying to get into my pocket. Yeah, whatever.
What other games you play Christmas?
I've had 3 hours sleep. That's no excuse. That was humiliating.
What other Christmas parlour games do you play with your friends and family?
Limbo.
Limbo. Okay.
Any good at that?
I mean, probably not.
Apparently not.
Hey, when you guys hear about Monopoly, it's going to blow your mind, mate.
yeah.
I think...
The original question was better than the vibe that I've taken it on, wasn't it?
No, it's great.
I like
we'll
it.
roll
No,
with
we
it.
like it.
We
Anything,
can
mate.
go back to it. We can pivot back to it.
All right.
Which game shows do you reckon you'd stand a good chance on?
Well, I don't...
It's a good question.
Question?
pointless. I think I'm quite good at pointless.
You didn't win.
That's a good point, yeah.
Was it as humiliating as my staring contest?
Yeah, I suppose it was. I blame Matt Richardson for that, though. He was my partner and he let the side down. I'd have to be on my own. I know
Name me
it's a
some
two-person
game
game, but
shows.
it'll just be me
Some
and
game
me.
shows. The Chase, Hole in the Wall.
Oh, bring on the wall! That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play your cards right.
Oh. Supermarket sweep.
Generation game.
I feel like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, at least you've got the options and then you've got those like little...
Telling you right now,
The
it's harder
tools.
than you think. It took me and Carl an hour and 20 minutes
to beat the million.
and about 37,000 attempts to do it on the plane.
Oh, mate, I'm telling you right now, if I get anywhere near 32 grand, I'm going home with 32 grand.
But you've got to win. You'd have to win the million.
No,
To stay alive?
No, but
This is for your life. You've got
To
to
win
the game
millionaire,
show.
you got to
but
win
to win the million,
Well,
Otherwise, you could just get one
millionaire.
question right. You get 100
That's
quid. And go,
millionaire,
I'm
but
up,
you could,
bye.
you could do a different
what an
quiz show.
awful phone a friend that would be like. Adam, please answer. Chris Tara's going to kill me.
in the past.
Because if you're going to get killed, go with the OG presenter. Fuck you.
Catchphrase, deal or no deal.
Catchphrase, I'm quite good at.
Yeah.
See what you see.
Tipping
I'm
point.
good at that.
Oh, by the way, if you
Gone
want
back in time again.
if you want to be entertained, watch Catchphrase with a 6-year-old child. It's a lot of fun because they really do.
Say what they say.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Dog playing
robot
bucket.
walking, robot whistle walking. Yep, that's
What
it.
was that one?
It's Mr. Chips doing whatever, but it's unbelievable fun. Her never getting one ever.
I'm gonna go with Family Fortunes.
Family Fortunes is a good one, but you're not relying on yourself.
I'm not good. I'll be the team leader.
What's the easiest one? I don't.
I think something like tipping point's the easiest one. You don't get asked that many questions. It's
Yeah.
normally,
Yeah, but you're relying on the 2p machine gods, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
but that one you
And
can
Ben
win.
Shepherd
You can win
with
the
his fucking
jackpot, but you
shit
can
little
also
damn
just,
Solarian.
you can just win without winning the jackpot.
No, it's only jackpots.
Ben Shepherd catching strays for no reason. Like,
What's the easiest game?
By
show?
the way, is Traitors
Ooh,
is it
now
classed
we-
as a game show?
Now
Yeah,
we're talking.
It is.
Oh my God. I tried not to get into that, but my daughter and my wife were watching it and I was in for a full 4 episodes. That first season is awesome.
Yeah.
And you go, could I do this? And I don't think I could. The more you watch traitors, you realize it's not just about being good at lying or spotting a traitor.
Yeah.
It's also about being able to keep your fucking head down.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Adam would be good at this. You'd be a great traitor, except you're too big a character
got
and
a
the
target on your
attention
back.
would be on you too quick.
Gonna be the grey man.
In that first season, which I've not finished yet and I don't want any spoilers, there's a Welsh middle-aged lady called Amanda who's like, I don't know, what am I doing? Oh, I don't. She just keeps her head down while she's fucking puppeteering the whole thing.
Unbelievable.
It's really good watching.
Have you seen the Squid Game show? Not the-
No, is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. Like I thought it was gonna be shit, and it's really well made and really good. I'd go with Squid Game because I'd win that.
no, you wouldn't.
I would. I'd kill
You'd be
everyone.
so bad at all of it.
I'd kill everyone.
You
There
would
was one
lose
that-
on red light, green light.
There's
Why
one that
would I?
Nick Knowles
You
used to
would
do,
as well.
I
You'd
like.
fall over straight away.
I know.
Get shot in the head.
I know, so I'm not picking it.
No.
Yeah, there was one that Nick Knowles did on a Saturday night
Time team.
before the lottery that I really liked.
Changing rooms.
First person to find
It
the
was like
dinosaur.
it was like you've got a. So you say the category would be like Oscar winners, and me and Carl were a team. You'd go like 8, you'd bid 9, and we've just got a bid, and then you're like, okay, beat
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and you've got to name them ones. I'm going for that one. I can't remember what it's
What about
called.
that one that was on for about 3 weeks where Jeremy Kyle hosted it and he was allowed to help you and he was shit at it? It was such a stupid game. Did you remember it? So there was a game show. And it was like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So it was like a ladder game show where it goes up in money. And Jeremy Kyle would ask you the question, but then he could help you. He was your teammate as well.
High stakes.
Yeah, but he was just shit at it.
What? I don't.
Why have they given him a game show? Is it
So
dog
imagine
shit?
if
What
Chris
happened?
Tarrant could help you.
They can
They
now.
can now. Clarkson can help now.
Yeah,
That's
and he's
one of
always
them.
dog shit at it as well.
Yeah.
It's so fucking. It's a ridiculous way to do it. I think I'm going.
Total wipeout.
No,
The
I'm not gonna
cube?
be very good at that.
Have you looked
What?
at the cube?
The cube's like
So hard.
so
bit of
difficult,
chance as well,
and
isn't it?
every game is designed to be like it. The cube sort of, or the producers of the cube, they learn what you're good at and what you're bad at, and keep giving you stuff you're bad at. Towards the end of
Keshi's
it.
Castle.
I'd probably go The Voice, because of the natural talent I've got.
X Factor. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no easy ones, is there?
Question?
To save me life, I know I've already been on it and didn't win. I think my best shot would be pointless. Genuinely. I just had a bad day.
Wheel of Fortune.
That's not Wheel of Fortune, is it?
Yep.
Strictly Come Dancing.
Let's do some advice.
Wheel of Fortune.
There you go. What about Strictly Come Dancing?
I can't dance. Can't sing, no.
Do you know what the noise is?
Hey!
Do you know what the noise is in Wheel of Fortune when you get a question wrong? Can you remember it? He done a fart the other day that was identical to it.
It's nice to see you spending so much time together again. It's really nice.
Right, this one is from an anonymous lady. Hi, boys. I really need some anonymous advice. I'm in my first year at uni studying advertising, and one of my lecturers is so fucking fit.
No, he's not.
He's in his late 20s, and I have him as a personal tutor, and the sexual chemistry is blatantly there. He's dead complimentary about all my assignments, and we often have one-on-one meetings. I've bought him a new fleece as a Christmas present.
Oh, God.
But should I make a move when I give it to him? Please help, Lids.
No, because you'll lose his job.
Nothing sexier than a fleece at Christmas.
He'll
This'll
lose
be
his
so
job.
warm.
So leave him alone. This is the same as before. Stop trying to bait people into making them ruin their lives. Leave him alone.
What if it's true love, Carl? You know?
Bollocks. Tell him to leave his job then. Then he loves you. If he actually leaves his job, he loves you.
You need to
Yeah, well,
leave.
you wait
I
until
think-
you finish uni.
Sheffield Hallam.
Uni's very different to
No, it's the
college, it seems to me, in terms of the...
Well, ethically.
student...
I mean, you want to
would
keep going on the list. It's also different than high school and primary school.
I didn't want to talk about them ones.
You would
but
lose your job if you were found to be sleeping with a student because they'd just go, you're giving them
No.
good grades as well. No, that you would.
No.
Well, someone found out who you know.
Yeah.
They found out you're shagging a student and just let them out.
Yeah, but he went to Salford. It's different
is
rules, isn't it? Don't shag no one, and if you do, keep it fucking quiet. Give him a 2-2. Don't shag her first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just don't do this. Like, just enjoy the sexual tension and frig yourself off when you need to.
Wow.
It's good advice.
But give him the fleece. I
There's
mean,
nothing better than just having a forbidden love that you frig yourself off to. Have a wank love, you'll feel better, and don't ruin this fella's life in your own university.
the world needs now.
But it would be good if they had sex. It'd feel great.
Oh, it'd be the best sex either of them has ever had. That's not the point. It's not allowed.
Exactly.
When do you play by the rules?
Frig.
Oh, God.
Have a frig. Just have a frig. Nothing wrong with a frig. You'll feel great after a little frig.
You'll feel clearer.
Sure.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's the advice.
Just about you.
Have a frig.
feels
No.
like
I just want to be a contrarian.
Have a frig.
Yeah, it's
What
great.
uni did you go to? I can't. I know you.
It's fine. I didn't go to uni.
Did you not bother at all?
No.
Oh, even I beat you. That's always just satisfying when we have a
Beat?
guessing. I went to uni for a week.
Did you?
He went to Freshers Week and then.
So yeah, you really lost that one. Yeah, you didn't go to uni, but he got a student loan out.
Yeah, that
I
night.
didn't. That's why I left.
Really?
I left before I got the loan, so I wasn't in debt. And
Where,
then I got
where,
in
where were
debt.
you? Where did you go for a
You
week?
just used my loan.
And used his loan and Wonga.
The Provi man.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Really shit anyway. Kids, if you're listening, you don't need to go to uni. You can do other things. I know scale won't tell you that, but you don't have to go to uni. Genuinely.
Yeah, there's someone on the couch that pretty much proves that point.
All of us.
I could got a chip on my shoulder because of it, though.
Really,
Yeah.
but you've not. But if you've used the chip for like your career, that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, my dad always says it to me. He says, you've got a massive chip on your shoulder about not going to uni. I was like, cheers, Dad. But I think he's probably right. He's probably right.
When
yeah.
my kids get older, I'm going to be like, just go and give it a try because it's loads of fun.
If you
Even
want-
it's so good. It's so much fun. Like if you want to work, like your working life will be forever after that. This is a little window to go and just have a laugh.
Well,
Like,
that's
change
what you,
where
yeah,
you
but
live.
that's not bad advice for saying for someone to go to uni, isn't it? You can leave the city and work if you want that life. Don't go to uni for the laugh. That's a waste of money and time.
No, just go to experience something. Just try it. Don't dismiss it. Like if you go and you don't enjoy it and it's not for you, there's no shame in not giving it a go. But your working life will start as soon as you go, I'm not into this. Or when you get the degree, just give it a try. Because it was brilliant. It changed my perspective on so many things.
Absolutely.
Got me out of my town. I met so many people. People that were like the best man at my wedding I met at uni. Like I had met so many people. And I feel like just give it a go. Because the other option is
your
there
children-
forever.
But your children could just leave town and not go to uni and not spend how much is it now, like 10 grand a year. They could just move to Newcastle anyway
Yeah.
and work in a cocktail bar.
Isn't it just depressing, though, that we're like, it shouldn't...
I'll do that.
The money thing is like the biggest thing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
and if you don't grow up with a load of money, then saddling yourself with that. He's like, because I sort of I completely understand the thing of not wanting to get into debt, but also like, it's just the value of it going and doing that stuff anyway is, like, as you say, transformative.
Yeah, the reality
But, like-
is you're not going to go and travel 3 hours and start in a new city, and it's just such a free hit because there's so many other students get dropped in a city with accommodation. It's a shared experience. Like you're all new here. Like
Yeah, no,
it
I
doesn't-
understand all that, but is that worth all the debt?
No.
Because I don't
You
know
can
whether
still
it is.
do.
Yeah,
You can
so
still. We went
I'd
out
say
and we.
it was brilliant.
Yeah, but we lived in Liverpool and we still got to go out as much as you did.
But if you get there and you hate it, and like it's not just about the going out, but it's like It's maybe different for you because you love the city you were born in.
Yeah.
It's not like that for everyone else.
Yeah, I fucking hate where I'm from.
You were, yeah.
I'm not a fan of. I feel so bad. Sorry, I'm not a massive fan of Reddit, of like Redditch. The specific village within Redditch, I like. It's charming, but like I think I'm not. I don't have that draw.
You have like
to
a
it.
home. You don't have a hometown pride of like I'm from there.
Do from the village, the specific village. I do Feckenham. Yes, there is like 'cause my mum's family been there for 300 or 400 years, or whatever. I got web toes. And
She's
all that.
older.
Yeah. But like the Midlands, I feel bad saying it out loud. I just don't have that same thing that definitely Scouse is very. I think it's unique.
Yeah.
The way that you guys feel about your city.
Yeah, totally.
But
Yeah.
like I don't. I just don't have the same thing. I think it's charming, and it makes me happy whenever someone like messages and is from who went to the same school or whatever. That I like that. I have like a warmth towards it, but I don't have the. I definitely don't. I've lived in London now for like 9 years, and I definitely love London. But I love Feckenham where I'm from. But like the Redditch where I went to school and stuff. I no.
I loved Preston when I was there. I thought it was a great place to grow up. But I knew when it was uni time, I was like, I'm going somewhere else now. Like I didn't hate it when I was growing up there, but it's just a smaller town. It's a different experience, isn't it?
What I'm saying about
than
uni
one
is-
of the biggest cultural centres in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm saying don't feel like you're forced to go to uni when you're 18. Like you
Also,
like,
I've had a different experience with student debt, haven't I? Because I just rang the student loan company and got told how much I owe them, and I don't think it's it's different. I borrowed about $6,000 15, 17, 18 years ago, and I've paid a chunk of it back. I just did my tax return. They were like, oh, you owe this much, and it was quite a lot. So just through panic, I rang the student loans company, who I haven't spoken to for all of that time. And I had to go through security and finally went, okay. And it took a while because I had never done it before. And the guy was like, well, I'm pleased to tell you, you owe 73 pence. And I laughed and he laughed. And I told him that if I could climb through the phone and kiss him, I would. And then I cleared my student loan debt of 73 pence. And what
Did you have to give me your bank details over the phone?
What?
For 73p?
Yeah, but then about $3,000 went out of my account. But I imagine that they're just going to give that back.
Don't worry, it was George Ezra on the other end of the phone.
oh my god, that would be funny. I reckon you should finish school. You finish school at 18 now, don't you?
Yeah.
I reckon you should finish school at 18 and not be able to go to uni until you're 20.
I could
think you
see
need to
that.
experience-
That's what I
Like
did. Enforced gap year.
I went back when I was 24. Learn what money is, learn what you love, learn who you love, where you love, and then choose. Rather than going, oh, I need to go because everyone else is, and end up getting in debt, hating your life, and yeah.
Is that what you did, Oobah? You got to 18 and went, I'm going to leave it for a bit. And
I
then
wanted to do the band.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try and be a musician. So I worked in a factory and sort of, in the Midlands from about 18 to 19, worked jobs, did that. And then was in the band as I did that. And then by the time I got to, to 20, I deferred. I had a place at uni if I wanted it. And I just deferred, and then deferred for the third time. And then I just didn't go.
Do you know, the only thing that I wouldn't, if my kids got to that age and they were like, I want to be this, like a comedian, like I will never swap those first few years of working bar jobs and just any shit job. Like we've talked about Adam working the bars at Envy and all sorts, because you're like, couldn't give a shit because I have a dream. Like to be able to have that was more valuable than the time at uni. But if I hadn't gone to uni, I wouldn't have known that comedy clubs existed. So it's all interlinked for me.
No,
I had to
absolutely,
get out of Preston to go, oh shit, there's like comedy clubs.
Yeah.
I just think it's worth the shot. And if you don't like it, you can. But I hope my kids get to that point where they're like, I'm really in love with the idea of this thing, whether it's a band or being an actor or whatever, and they can just throw themselves into it.
That's just going to be a performer of some sort, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, like if you grew up in Germany, you wouldn't even have to think about it because it's free. Just be like, oh yeah, I'll go. Oh,
You may as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference, isn't it?
If it was
It's
free,
like,
then I would advise my children to go. I'd be like, go and do it.
Keep
But
going and
the
give
amount
yourself
of
the
money
best
it costs in this country, and especially even more so in America,
yeah.
you've got to know that you want to go and that you're going to use it, I think.
I didn't use mine. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do the things I've done without
It's
it.
so
but-
much money to have just hanging around your neck forever.
But if you haven't gone, look, there's a lot of people like.
No, absolutely. I don't
I don't-
regret. But I went back at 24. I chose to go back because I did something I loved and knew I was good at, and I was old enough to not fuck it up.
The American thing's fucking mad, though, isn't it? That it is mad.
Hundreds of thousands of.
Insane, and that is like we have like aristocracy and everything in Britain is like its own weird, unique thing where the fucking prime minister they all go to the same school. That's like its own weird thing. America's just like mad that if you pay enough, like the Ivy League thing, it's just like you have to be rich to do that. Really,
It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy in this country how so much of our, like, we've come from that aristocratic model, but so much of our institutions are that basically socialist ideology, aren't they? Like a universal healthcare and like so many things that you'd think having the kind of class system that we've got, we would have never been granted. It's pretty impressive. Like we've talked about the NHS many a time, how important it is. And then you look at America with all of that thing, with particularly the healthcare and then education, and like I wouldn't swap it. I know it's an amazing country.
None of it would have happened if the two wars hadn't happened, and then it was like this huge thing where like then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, that poor people's lives actually have value. And the aristocracy didn't want that, did they? They didn't want a welfare state. They didn't want a whole like. I think it's so much luck that we have those things in place that the Tories have
to quell a revolution, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, wasn't it in Liverpool where it might not have been, so I don't want to commit to it, but where Churchill got like booed when he come off the boat because they were like vote Labour.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. Maybe,
but it might be. But he did somewhere, and it was like, and then they voted out Winston Churchill like that. That's history doesn't. You don't think about that, do you? Because obviously he's a war hero, whatever. It'd be like for a wartime prime minister, it's a different thing.
And he's also got a pretty murky past in the north as a Home Secretary well before the war.
Did he?
Yeah, it's a pretty hardline motherfucker. Like bad old Tory that is remembered for all the war hero stuff.
I was in central London. I mean,
is it in central London?
Walthamstow.
Okay.
Which is even saying that's down there as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they vote. I mean, we voted him out. So that's like, and then built the welfare state. It's just such a weird thing to even think about this country doing that now. Yeah. It's just like such a lack of imagination.
It's going to happen December next year.
Yeah.
We're 1 year away. I think I'm rejoining the Labour Party.
Oh, yeah.
I feel I can.
You're setting yourself up for maybe the.
Do you know that?
Time,
why? It's time. It's got to be.
Oh no, the Labour are going to win.
Yeah, we've got to get. We have
quite
to
convincingly, but I don't think they're very
I'm
good.
an Everton fan, Dan.
They're just better.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Vote blue.
Labour are going to get a 10-point deduction.
Yeah, I can't. Misery just follows me around.
I think that's a podcast.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Mate, Oobah Butler, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure to meet you and talk to you.
Guys.
Tell everyone where they can find your work and where they can find anything else you've got coming up. If you can't say for now, that's fine, but let them know.
Yeah. So you can get all of my original videos on Vice's YouTube. There's a playlist called Life Hacks with Oobah Butler. There's 6 videos on there, which I'm proud of. And then most recently, great Amazon heist. You get it on More 4, whatever it's called, 4-player, whatever the fuck it's called. And then on Channel 4's YouTube. And then if you're outside the UK, we're working with offers for the rights for the film.
It'd be funny if it ends up on Amazon Prime. That'd be really good.
If I was the head of Amazon, I'd do that. I'd buy it. I'd be
Yeah.
like, come on then, we'll have a bit of that. Tonk it. No. So yeah, hopefully soon everyone will get a chance to see it. But if you go on my socials at Ubers, I've been like uploading bits and bobs.
Wonderful. As always, join up to the Patreon, early access to public episodes and extra content every week and every month. £3 a month. It starts at, and you get all the content for that. I'm on tour, adamrowe.co.uk. Shows added all over the UK and a big show at the Liverpool Arena in May. Dan?
I'm doing some Dan Nightingale and Fiend shows. Come and see me, fuck around, compare. Go back to my first love of hosting comedy shows. I've got about 30 of these throughout the year. And second Saturday of the month, I'm at my comedy club in Chester. So there's not loads of shows for me next year, but all the listings are at dannightingale.com.
Finn?
Yes, we got a tune. This is from a Edinburgh-based indie rock band called Waverley, and this is their tune, Not Hoping. That's just for the audio listeners.
Like the train station. Ah, fucking clever. Bye, Valijo.